Welcome in. Welcome in. Didn't even show me his key, man. Just seen it light up there. It's weird. Let's see. I think that tonight, till people start coming in, I guess, I'll talk about what keeps us from following God. I think we all need to ask ourselves that question. What keeps us from following God? What keeps us from doing the things God wants us to do? It's easy to make excuses. Man, it's so easy to make excuses. Because it's hard to do the things God wants us to do. It's hard to live a righteous life in a world full of so much sin, in a world full of so much confusion. Well, come in. Come on up on the screen if you want to. Just kind of chit-chatting a little bit. You're welcome to come up, Tracy, if you want to. Hoping some others will show up, too. I was just kind of talking about this world we live in. What a crazy world it is. Every single one of us knows that sting of fear that seems to be in every one of our lives. And that fear just it tackles so many different things and aspects of our life, doesn't it? How you doing, Tracy?
Okay. Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm all right. I was just doing some thinking today. I've actually been kind of depressed the last few weeks, and I think I'm starting to get a grasp on what it is. I think I already knew what it was, but just didn't want to acknowledge it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we all do that, don't we? We know what our problem is. It's just easier to feel that depression because we're so used to sitting in that depressional state. We're so used to sitting in that fear of just being alone. We get so used to it that even the thought of, man, this could be the thing that helps me out just scares us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we find people in our lives, you know, like you have with Mickey and like we have with the group and stuff like that, it's you can't help but with the way the world is think, how long is this going to last?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all do that, and because we do that, some of us end up sabotaging our relationships
Mm-hmm.
because they're thinking, our mind starts racing. Well, we're not that voice inside our head. We're not good enough. You know, if you were
Mm-hmm.
good enough, you wouldn't be as alone as long as you were. If you were good enough, you wouldn't be what you're doing right now. If you were good, you know, and it just keeps on and keeps on talking to us, and we
Mm-hmm.
keep on listening to it. That quietest voice in our head is the loudest voice that we listen to, and that
Mm-hmm.
voice that we know that God speaks to us through other people as well, telling us,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we are special. We are loved. And it's like, I don't believe it. How can I believe it? So many
Mm-hmm.
people in my life have told me this. And look at where I'm at now. They're not in my life anymore. So how can I believe it from someone else? And
Mm-hmm.
that's where our mind has to change. Our mind has to change to the fact of going, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. To going, you know what? I'm going to enjoy every moment that I do have. And if it does go away for whatever reason, I know that I'm doing what I can. I'm putting in that effort. I'm not going to let that voice get to me. And whatever happens is part of God's plan because I've already done everything I could. I'm working every day to be a better version of myself. I'm working every day to be a better person in the relationship I have with my friends, in the relationship I have with my spouse, significant other, whatever you want to call it. In my relationship with God, as long as you're trying those every day, God sees that. God sees that we're trying,
Mm-hmm.
It's it's not up to anybody else because sure, a lot of us can look at each other, and some people like I can or whatever, we can look at each other and go, okay, I know what you're feeling. I totally get it. I totally understand. But it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I told my wife, I said, we've been married 23 years. I love her so much. She's my everything, And I tell her
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, I want to feel, I want to know that she loves and feels for me the exact same way I feel about her.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. You can't. Because you can show the emotion you have, but you can't feel it. You can sometimes feel it sometimes, but it goes down to just having the faith. I know my wife loves me. I know my wife wants to be with me. I know
Mm-hmm.
that Kurt and Cassie love me, and I know that they give me chances. You heard
Mm-hmm.
it the last couple of days, them talking about the times that they didn't exactly treat me well and they talked to me hard, and I was still there for them. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that they didn't cut off the relationship, no matter how mad they were or anything else, the fact that they didn't cut off the relationship, the fact that they stayed in there and listened
Mm-hmm.
means the world to me. And when you can get through some things like that in friendships, and that friend knows you're not going anywhere, it's a little bit easier to give your heart a little bit. No, now, yeah, that voice is going to get up in our head and go, yeah, but the day's coming. Everybody does, We got to
Mm-hmm.
stop listening to that voice in our head that tells us that. We got to, because otherwise, we're never going to accomplish the things we want to accomplish in life. We're never going
Right.
to feel the kind of love that we want to feel in life because we don't allow ourselves to love. How can
Mm-hmm.
you allow yourself to feel that love if you have that doubt, if you have that fear constantly in your mind? And so that's the rub. That's the rub right there, is trying to figure out how to displace that out of our minds, that fear, that loneliness that we feel. And it's not something that takes one day. It takes an eternity and a lifetime to do that, of telling yourself every day, I believe in myself. Yesterday was a bad day. Yesterday it was a really rough day for me, but today's going to be a better day. Today, I'm going to let the people in my life know just how important they are to me. I don't care how scary it means. I don't care how much I'm going to cry. They
Mm-hmm.
need to hear it. They
Mm-hmm.
need to know, you know? And you
Mm-hmm.
know what I do? Like I said the other night, I know what makes me feel good. I know what makes me happy. I know just somebody coming up to me and say, hey, thank you for doing this. Or, man, Bopper, I can't believe you did this. Or, man, Bopper, I agree with you. Or just whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
We take that and it fuels us and it keeps us going because we realize we are not alone. And Tracy, I want you to know, you're welcome over here anytime. Dark Phoenix takes a advantage of it, and others do too. To come over here and just talk about whatever you have. You may just have a question, and if you have a question, ask it, and I guarantee you, I'll not shut up for a while about it.
mm. But yeah,
But
as you can see on my videos, I was crying because
oh yeah,
I've been depressed all day, so I think I'm all cried out. And I told Mickey this morning that I was breaking down. He like calmed me down a little bit. He talked to me through it, saying he's here for me and he loves me, and you know and that he's always here for me, even though he goes to work, but he's always here for me when I need someone to talk to, and he has.
How
Yeah.
often do you think about, how often do you sit there and say, you know what? I am thankful for this. I am thankful for that. How often do you do that?
Not too often. Not
And
too
that's the
often.
problem. One of my biggest things I used to talk about a lot, and I still talk about it sometimes, is the fact that we've stopped being thankful for so much. I
Mm,
have a thing that I like to do when I go out in public, when I go through a drive through or I go to a grocery store and I'm going through the line or whatever it is, I'll ask somebody, hey,
mm,
what are you thankful for today? You know what sadly is there's so many of them that look at me and go, I don't know.
mm,
And then maybe they'll throw something out there. And what's sadder to me is even Christians, you'll ask them, hey, what are you thankful for? And they're like, and I'm thankful that I got a roof over my head. I'm thankful I got a job. And then they find things that everybody's going to be thankful for. They just throw it out there.
mm,
And, but we need to do that. We need every day when we wake up, we need to think about this. I am so thankful. Look, like right here. I could come on the screen and I can tell you all, complain about all the things going on with my life, with my health and the my wife and I, the things we're going through with the place that I'm living, very small. I mean, I could just find all these different things to complain about.
mm,
But instead, I look at it this right here. There are people way worse off than I am right now that I'd love to be able to help. I have a roof over my head. It may not be a great mansion house or whatever else, but it's a roof. It protects me from rain and things like that. It's a place
mm,
where I can get in and stay warm if I need to, or cool if I need to. I have electricity, something that's only been around for about 70, 80 years. I have electricity and I can use it to watch TV. I can use it to turn on a light so I can see. I can do all these different things.
mm,
I have food that I'm able to put in my belly to nourish me. It may not be all fancy stuff that I want all the time,
mm,
but it's food, something that will nourish my body, something that God says, hey, here you go. You know what I mean?
mm,
And then, I mean, I have clothes on my back. I have a car to get me around. I mean, I could just go on and on and on about all these different things I'm thankful for. Now, for
mm,
me, if somebody, I'm up the street, myself, if somebody says, hey, what are you thankful for? The very first thing I'm going to say is, I am so thankful that the Lord Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins. So that as long as I believe in him and I do the best I can to turn from my sin and I live a good life, the best I can, being righteous and taking out sin slowly as I can, as best I can. I don't have to worry about not being perfect because a price has been paid that I owed, that Jesus paid for me, and God gives me grace and says, listen, no, you're not perfect, but you're
mm,
trying. You're trying, and it needs to be a drill in our mind that says, you know what, I do want to be better. It's sad to me in life that so many of us, the only time we turn to God is whenever we feel like we can't do it on our own.
mm,
We can't do it on our own. And so we turn to God, and God's there every single time. God is there for us. Unconditional love for us. If that was us, if in our mindsets and everything else, and somebody kept coming to us only when they needed something, would we really feel loved? We'd feel like they were just using us because of what we can do for them, what we
mm,
can give them, right? You don't feel, that's an action. That's not love. I mean, love is an action,
mm,
but if the only time they come to you is just because they want something from you,
right.
I guess maybe it depends on the thing they want from you, I guess, but it doesn't make you feel loved. And we do that to God all the time.
Mm,
And, I'm sitting here today on my way to work, on my way up here to pick up to my wife's work. And I thought to myself, why am I not doing the things that I want to do, that God has placed on my heart to do? Why am I not going out and going to these different churches that I said I was going to go to and talking to pastors? Why am I not sitting up at a park or at a gas station somewhere saying, hey, can I pray for you? Why am I not doing these things?
mm,
And it's because I don't feel like I'm good enough sometimes. I know I can do it and everything else, and I know other people tell me I can, but I have to get my own stuff out of my head. I have to believe in my. I keep telling you the same thing, Cassie and Kurt and everybody. You got to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I believe in myself and what God has given me, I don't believe in the fact that I can do it sometimes.
Right.
And I start justifying things. Well, it's because I don't really have the money and finances to do it. Well, it's because of the accident, and now I'm weirded out being around people. Well, it's because I'm tired today, or whatever it may be. I make these excuses, and as long as I make these excuses, I'll stay in that comfort zone, and I'll feel okay because we have no shortage of excuses to make.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I decide, you know what, I'm done with those excuses. And I am. I mean, I tell you what, I went from a long list, and I've shortened that list up a lot. And I'm afraid of the day when I actually completely get rid of the list and not be scared of anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared of being scared. I'm scared of not being scared. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's great and amazing when you have people like Mickey, like you, like Kurt, like Cassie, like Jocelyn, like Shivani, like John, like Bazinga, like Jen, like what's that one dude's name? Geo. You know, when you got this group of people that say, "Hey, I'm here for you. I love you."
Mm-hmm.
Every time I think of groups, I think about the people I met when I first got on this app,
Mm-hmm.
and how much I needed them so much. And I've thought about all these different groups we've had with the SDC Bopper family and the Boppers crew that we had over on Messenger. And I thought, man, why am I doing this? You know, that fear gets inside me as well as anybody else. Why am I letting myself get close to these people who, if they knew the real me, they probably wouldn't even be around. If they, you know, why are they around? And I'll think all these different things, and I get confused and I get scared, and, you know, so having these group of people and having people go, man, I need you. You know, the other day when we was on the screen and John says, man, Bob, I don't know if you know about this or not. Dude, I already knew about it. That's how much you're loved, man. As people are already coming to me and saying, hey, we got this friend John, and he's going through something. We need you to pray for him. So I already knew. And the fact, though, that you wanted to open up and say, hey, Popper, I need help. Dude, that was amazing, man. The fact that Jocelyn came into my life that one day is just kind of listening to some fat guy ramble on a little bit for a while, you know. She come up here and listen to stuff, you know. You guys have amazingly big hearts. And John, that's why I'm telling you, man, I've seen the videos and I've seen even the guy you only knew for a couple of days. You say, guys, I only knew this person a couple of days, but they're going through something right now. They just lost somebody. We need to pray for them. That shows the love you have. That shows the kindness you have. And if you have that love and you have that kindness, brother, I'm telling you right now, your son's got it in spades. And your relationship with your son is going to be amazing when it finally does get together. I have no doubt in that. No doubt in that. Are you going to be tried? Are you going to have people that's going to test you? Are you going to have people that's going to say, no, you can't do it? Of course you can. But don't listen to them. Listen to the fact that you have a heart. You have a son that you love, and you have God on your side. You get that, you keep that right there in your front, and you say every day the things you're thankful for every day. And brother, when that day happens, you're going to be so prepared. Maybe, look at it like this. Maybe this time apart right now is because God says, you know what? I need you to get to a different spot first. Maybe it's studying his word. Maybe it's strengthening your relationship with God so that when you finally do get your son, you can show your son how to have a relationship with God. Mm-hmm. Not that his mom ain't doing it or anything. I don't know, but you know, it's just some amazing opportunities you have as a dad. And dude, I can't wait till the moment you'll be able to put your son in your arms again and say, son, I'm here. And daddy's ain't going nowhere. My dad died when I was 8 years old. My mom remarried, but my dad was my best friend. I was 8 years old when my dad died. And I don't care what. Not that anybody spoke bad about my dad, But I've known other people and stuff like that that have people talk crap about their dads that they had never met, and not a single one of them ever did not want to meet their dad, not want to see their dad. So keep that in mind. Keep your chin up and believe in it, brother. Believe in it. And Josh,
I really thank you for that, Bopper. I really do. The thing is, though, I've been chatting with my ex who has my son, and she's not going for it. She's willing to put up a fight. She's willing to tell the courts anything and everything to keep him from me. And I mean, she's starting to say that, you know, I haven't been there for him. I've been there on and off, but she's been willing to tell the courts that I have not been there for him since she was pregnant with him.
Hello, Jenny.
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
I heard
What's up,
my
bestie?
name. I heard my name from Buffer.
Oh, you heard your name from me, really, did you?
Yeah.
Well, Jocelyn, I went through some of your videos today too, and you know you're right. You don't have anywhere you actually really do any talking per se or anything. You do a lot of lip singing on stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'm a singer.
realize even doing the lip sync, you still have your face on the screen, and people can still read your face. And I can tell that you have had a lot of pain and hurt in your life, have you not?
Oh, crap.
And are you an only child?
No.
No? Are you the youngest?
I'm the oldest.
Ah, the oldest. How many siblings do you have?
3 sisters on my mom's side, and 3 sisters on my dad's side, and 2 brothers.
I'm going to guess that a lot of times in life, especially in your teenage years, you felt like nobody really cared. You felt like nobody had any time for you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've gotten older, it feels like every time you make a connection with someone, they're there for a little bit, but then they leave, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're not alone on that. Everybody has that happen in their life. And I was just telling, me and Tracy was just talking about that, about how in life, because of things, the way the world is, with all the sin in the world, with all the confusion, with all the everything else, with people not wanting to trust anymore and stuff, you know, every one of us have had friends in life that we meant something to, that we thought we meant something to them, and they definitely meant something to us, and something happened, and where are they now? They're not in our lives anymore.
Yeah.
It may not be because we shut the door, maybe because they shut the door, but the fact of the matter is we put our hearts out there and got them trampled. And then we thought, you know what, I can't do it again. But then we do it again, and then you get trampled. Then you do it again, and you get trampled. And after a while, it's like, what is the point? What is the point of doing it? And you still want that connection, so you try. But even though you try, you're always constantly waiting for that other shoe to drop. You're waiting for them to say, okay, well, there's the real them. I don't know if I like them or not. You're ready for them to say, I don't have time for you. You're used to that kind of thing in your life. This crew, this is with Jen and Kurt and Cassie. When I first started the Boppers crew, originally the Boppers crew was me and my voices, and then some of the others started putting it.
I
Then
love
we
you
did the
too,
STC
Jen.
Boppers family. Then we started doing the STC Boppers family, and the ones that I put in the group originally on the Bopper crew officials. Yeah, I was gung ho. I really felt something special with all of them, but I handled it wrong as far as how I put them together, and so it kind of fell apart. But there were some, even though it fell apart, there was quite a few of them actually that said, you know what, just because we're not talking to the others does not mean I don't want to talk to you. And they stayed in contact with me, and they kept my hopes up and stuff. And now I'm actually getting to see some of them become back in contact and stronger than they were before. And I think it's an amazing thing. My point in saying that is, it is my honest belief that as long as you can be honest, loving, and caring, and if you have a beef with somebody, you talk it out with them, this group, what we were calling now apparently the Giggles Boppers crew or whatever, Miss Giggles, whatever she put on there. I don't remember what she put on there now.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Thank
sure
you,
yet.
Jen,
you got
for the roses.
you got
Thanks, Jen.
you know what I mean.
Thank you, Jenny.
You got a family that you got to worry about. You won't be turned away.
No, I don't feel when I'm in this group and everything, and I don't feel that way with this group. I don't. It's just my mom. I've never had a mother figure or a dad figure in my life. Like I said, my dad abused me when I was 15, and I choose not to talk to him because of the whole situation. And him saying that I'm not his real daughter broke me. And then my mom, when I was 18, she got a hold of me and said she was wanting to work on our bond. So we've been working on it for a while now. I mean, my mom struggles right now because she has cancer and everything, and she's not doing too good. But
Let me ask you something real quick, and I don't mean to pry or anything else. I don't. But your mom, like you just told me that she has cancer, or whatever she's trying, so she's trying to strengthen the relationship back up with you,
yes,
right? Now your mom and dad still together?
no,
No, they're not still together. Your dad, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna guess your dad has a problem with the lifestyle you live, correct? And that's a big problem that you guys have.
yeah,
I don't really have a whole lot of great advice on that one to tell you. I know that your dad loves you. Your dad loves you very much, and for a lot of us, I know having kids myself. When our kids do something that are not in the way that we think they ought to go, or that we think's right, or whatever else, it breaks our heart. I mean, and it's hard. It's like, well, how do we deal with that? How do we deal with a child that believes this way here, and we believe it's wrong? How do we get them to go back? And a lot of parents, and a lot of people want to just sit there and go and throw all kinds of shade at you and hate at you, and really all that does is ends up pushing you even further into whatever you're trying to do. My only advice on that would be, you're what, 23 years old, you said? Give it to God. Pray about it. Let God be your conscience. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, what does the Bible say about this lifestyle, whatever else, yada, yada, yada. I can't tell you that being that way is going to keep you from heaven any more than I can say me smoking cigarettes is going to keep me from heaven. You know what I mean? So when we look at those kind of things, and I'm not, like I say, I'm not sitting here saying, I don't want you to get the wrong impression of saying that I don't like you or anything, because I love you. I think you're an awesome person. I really do. But what I'm saying and what they all know is, and you'll never hear me sit there and go and badmouth you or badmouth the whatever else thing. My thing is, for me, and I want you to understand this because this is who I am. I love God. And God says to love the things that he loves and hate the things that he hates, okay? And it's the sin that people hate, okay? So I want you to know it's going to be a hard struggle for you, but you need to search with God, and whatever you decide, that's between you and God, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
I think that eventually, maybe, if God carries his way, maybe your dad would, depending on what kind of person he is, maybe he'll give you that chance to sit down and have a conversation with him. I pray that he does. And I pray that your relationship gets better together.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help you any at all?
Yeah.
So I started making you guys stickers and stuff. I actually took some pictures from y'all's profiles today, and we'll be doing some videos and stuff for you guys. Stuff I used to do that I hadn't done in a while.
Yeah, I noticed you liked a couple of my videos.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try not to go too crazy because I've had people go, that's just, you're overwhelming me with all these likes, and I'm going, do you want the likes or do you not want the likes?
I don't care who likes, but like Tracy, she likes it. She likes them. My other half likes them, and everything. I don't care about the likes, as long as I'm like
Here's
I
the
have
thing about
support
that.
from my TikTok family. That's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
here's the thing about that I've noticed with people, and we all lie to ourselves. We all do. We all say, and even I say, I don't care about the likes, but we do care about the likes because even the likes we get, it boosts our confidence up in ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't be ashamed to like that. Just don't let it ruin your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you get them, great. Accept that pat on the back. If you don't, ain't no big deal. You know what I mean?
You're awesome too, Jen.
No, I sent y'all a few videos today
Yes.
that I thought y'all might like.
I have not heard
Yeah, I
someone.
sent y'all a few videos today I thought y'all might like.
I have not heard anybody call me. Jen calls me. She calls me by a nickname, my childhood nickname. My mom used to call me Jaws. So when she's saying that, it was like, oh, it's so sweet because it brings my childhood back so much. Because I had two
You know,
childhood names.
I could be totally wrong, but I think that's Jen's daughter's name is Jocelyn.
I'm not sure.
I think. Could be wrong.
Oh,
Is it your daughter's name too? I can't remember.
It's because by my nickname, I had two. It's Jaws, which Jen calls, and then Jazzy.
Well, I knew it started with a J anyway. Man, I come across that old video earlier when I was sending out videos where Dan wanted to talk about you and peanut butter, and I'm like, Dan, I don't want to hear it.
I call her Jessie.
Yeah, okay, Jesse. I knew it was a J anyway.
No,
Jen, when she first learned my first name, she was like, "Who is James? I don't know who James is."
peanut butter. LOL.
Me and my wife both go by our middle names. We always have. Nobody calls us by our first names. And so when somebody calls us by our first name, it's usually, legal reasons or whatever else. People are like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Now, what
That's
states are you guys in?
I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota, soon to be Arizona, but right now, he's where?
Johnstown, PA.
You're in Pennsylvania? Oh, that's right, you're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio.
I'm in a town named Port Clinton.
How far are you from Cincinnati, Ohio?
Probably far.
Probably far.
Yeah.
I got a friend that lives over in Cincinnati, Ohio. WKRP in Cincinnati. Matter of fact, she lived like 2 blocks, or Jen lived like 2 blocks away from the Dunder Mifflin building from the office. Yeah. Ain't that cool?
I remember watching that show a lot.
Yeah, I sure did. Oh.
I don't know what I was going to say, but I was going to say something funny, then I forgot what I was going to say.
It's only about a half a mile from me.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was still pretty close to you. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, Jen, I know Kurt and Cassie ain't made it over here yet, but if you want to, we can make tonight your toast if you want.
Oh.
I've only known her for so little, but I think I have a lot to say.
I'm a man of very few words.
No.
That's all right.
Oh, come on, Janai.
Me and Mikey had her.
You feeling any better? Do what?
I mean, if Jenny's not gonna do it, I can make, tonight my toast night or something.
I don't like being in the spotlight. I'm nervous.
No, you're nervous.
Oh,
Ew. Mm. Mm.
I
mean-
was
I mean-
that's what it was.
I mean, I can make tonight my toast night if Bopper lets it.
Yeah, man, they want to toast you. That's fine with me. How long have you known Jocelyn?
How long have I known Jocelyn?
Yeah, or Jocelyn, how long have you known him? Known John? What I'm asking Jocelyn is, do you know John well enough to toast him?
Probably not.
She says no.
She's like, no.
See, I just really kind of met all three of you guys. So I'm still kind of learning you guys a little bit. I mean, I kind of got an idea who you are, but there's still a lot of learning to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are you covering up your microphone? I can't hear you.
We can't
Something
hear you,
over
Joss.
there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
can hear you.
I don't know. My phone's like glitching. I don't know. It's been glitching really bad lately. I don't know why.
Time for an
No,
upgrade.
I said I don't know John. I don't know John that well.
I mean, just speak from experience. I mean, what have you seen so far?
I said, well, every video I make has like, it tells people what kind of person I am. Because I'm just like Cassie. My dream was always to become a songwriter and everything. And I just, I've been told I have a great voice, singing voice and everything. I don't know. I think you guys heard, Tracy and John have heard my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they feel because you guys really haven't told me.
Hey, that freaking one night when you were freaking singing in the hotel room, oh my god, I was blown away. I'm like, is that? Wow.
Jen said she would say something about John.
What do you think, Tracy?
You want me to
How do you
say it?
think of my voice?
I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
When's my toast done? I'm just kidding.
See, I was thinking about that today. I'm like, if I do toast every day, I'm going to run out of people to toast.
Oh,
No, me and my other half were like, when is Bopper going to make a toast to us? We feel left out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The only reason I haven't toasted you guys yet because I don't really know you guys yet.
I think I need a sample, Jazz. What do you mean a sample?
Jenny, you can say something about me?
Help me to get to know you a little bit, and why don't each one of y'all just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Okay. All right, we're putting me on the spot for that. Okay. I'm Jocelyn. I'm 23 years old. I like singing. I guess I'm very loving, very caring. Have a heart of gold and everything like that. I love people. I care about people more than myself and everything. I love people more than my love. Oh, well, Jenny's giving you an example of me. She says I'm beautiful, smart, funny, kind, genuine, and soft-hearted. Yeah, there you go. Jenny's got me. It's true. What she said is true.
Well, I'll go
I
next.
can agree with Jenny.
Well, my name's Tracy, and I'm going to be 51 March 12th.
Woohoo!
I'm like Jocelyn. I have a big heart for everybody, but I have a problem. I cry all the time, like I said yesterday. I cry out of the songs. I cry when I'm hurting inside, and I don't know how to express
Thank you,
myself.
Jenny.
Express myself. Um, I have a smile on my face, but inside I'm hurting, and I do not know how to say that I'm hurting. You know, um, I get shy around new people. Um, I have two grown kids. My daughter lives in Perry, Ohio. She's 27, and I have a boy, which is 25, and my daughter has a son, so he's 4 years old. Um, but yeah, I don't want to lose the people that I love, and I want to do the best I can, and so yeah.
It's not.
How about you, John?
It's okay to. I get what you're coming from, JC. I get it when you're not okay and you can't explain how you feel. I'm just like that. I've I've been struggling for a while to tell people how I feel. Like the other night, I was like in life, I was in my head. I was in my head really bad. My other half,
Thank
like
you, Jen.
like I was on the phone with my other half. I broke down crying because my situation's kind of hard and
Yeah.
my mental health goes down a lot, but I take care of myself. I get out of bed every day. I
Hmm.
say, okay, look, I look at my partner on the phone and I'm like, okay, she's my strength. She's my strength. She gives me every day to get out of bed. There's some days I just want to stay in bed all day and just sleep the pain away. But I
Right.
choose not to because I choose to fight for people that love me. And
Hmm.
like if it wasn't for my partner giving me the strength to apply for a job, I wouldn't have an interview tomorrow to go to.
Right.
And I get not being able to explain your pain. I get it. I hold my pain in a lot. But when I cry, it's because that's my way of crying my pain out, you know?
Mhm.
And it's I get it. I get it. My other half talks to me and she tells me, she reassures me that she's never gonna leave or anything like that, and she reassures me that I'm safe, and when I'm because when I'm with everybody in the life, I feel like I feel safe. I feel loved and welcomed for me for being me and
Right.
everything. And Tracy, I get it. You could talk to me about anything. You could text me. You don't have me on any other thing. You don't have me on Messenger or anything, but you have me on TikTok. You could text me. You could text my other half. We could add like a TikTok group together between me, you, and her. You could talk to me and my other half about anything. It's just like the other day I was so bad in my head. I said some things to my other half that I didn't mean to, but I was so bad in my head. I was in the dark place where I don't want to be in my head. And when I'm in that dark place, it brings all my trauma and everything back. And I cry it out because that's my way of coping. And with music, that's my way of coping. But like as soon as I talk to my other half, like as soon as my other half like calls me, it helps because she puts a smile on my face every day, and I get it. I get
It
it.
just it just like me and Mikey. I broke down this morning and I told him, and he was texting me. He's I'm here for you, babe. And not to worry. Not to get upset. And that and he's been here for me. You guys all been here for me. Not this coming. Not not this coming weekend, but the following weekend is going to be really hard for me on my mom's birthday because we had that house fire and my sister died. So I don't want to. I just sorry.
No,
You're okay,
fine.
Tracy. You're okay.
You're
I
not.
don't want to.
You're not gonna be alone.
No, we're all gonna be
the
there for you.
The TikTok family has you. We all have you. Like, if I didn't personally text Cassie and Kurt on Snapchat and say, "Hey, I need your guys' help," I said, I need all you guys' help. I said, I'm in a dark place and I didn't want to be in. And if I didn't text Cassie and Kurt and say that, Kurt wouldn't have done what he did on TikTok Live last night. If he didn't care about me and everything. But you guys lift up my spirits, including my other half. You guys lift up my spirits so much. And I am so thankful for everyone. Even though I don't know Bopper that well, but I could tell he's a great guy. And he gets great advice.
Stop. You're gonna make me blood.
And but you're not alone, Tracy. You're never alone. You're not. You're not. And I love when you come on camera. When you turn your camera on, I'm like, it's Mama Tracy. She's so beautiful. There's the beautiful face because you are a very beautiful woman, Tracy. And you and Mickey, you guys are the most adorable couple ever. So, but you're not alone. I get it. It was hard. I get it. It's hard losing someone. I've lost my uncle. I didn't get to meet him. And I go through every day wishing that I got a chance to meet him. But I know deep down that he's my guardian angel because I always feel a presence with me every day. And I know he's sitting there being my guardian angel and he's protecting me as much as my other half. But you're not alone, Tracy. You're never alone.
Not alone.
And we all love you.
Oh, how you doing?
Oh,
Another yes too.
hi. Yeah, I don't know if you invited me or if I accidentally put myself on camera. Sorry.
It's okay. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Hey, I want to tell you, I'm so sorry for your loss. I've had losses too.
Good.
There you go. I don't know if you can see I'm muted or whatever. I think you turned your mic off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
we can hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to put my camera on the mount and it keeps falling over. I want to tell Jocelyn I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Jocelyn, I think you're better half saying hi to you.
I see her.
Hey, Sean, Giovanni.
Yeah, Shivani.
John?
Yeah, they're happy.
A
Yeah,
little bit about
I still can't pronounce her name right.
Shivani.
Yeah, it's Shivani.
Giovanni.
John, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, yeah, sure. My name's John. I go by Johnny, which is my childhood nickname that I've lived by like forever. I am 34, going on 35 in June. And honestly, I'm very kind. I'm basically what everybody else says, a heart of gold.
I beg to differ.
Basic.
I'm kidding.
Shush down there. But no, I mean, I'm basically what Jocelyn said too. I mean, I think about everybody else besides myself, because I help out like a lot of people before I help out myself. Um, and that's like one of the number one things about me, you know, because I help out others about anything. I mean, I pick up anybody when they fall. Um, yeah, it's been pretty rough for me actually. And since August of last year, I've been living here in this homeless shelter, and I've been wanting to get out of it and everything. So uh, it's been pretty tough here the
We
last few
definitely,
months.
we definitely need to get connected over on Messenger. I've been feeling it since day one, but yeah, get with Cassie. Let's get connected on Messenger, buddy, because I really want to talk to you about some things.
Okay, yeah, for sure, yeah. Because I was talking to her last night along with Kurt, and I told them that I need to get your Facebook information. So I guess I forgot about it last night.
Okay. It's kind of hard to find me on there because there's a lot of Scott Hills on there.
Yes.
hmm
But you can I don't know if you're able to do it on Messenger or not, but you can always look up SGC Bopper Family and be able to get in on that chat. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. But we'll get connected anyway. I'll make sure Cassie gets disconnected. The one that joined right there in the middle, I didn't quite get your name. Did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I turn my mic back on. Yeah, sure. My name is Heather Lothlorian Woods. It was Lothlorian Woods cosplay, but I changed my name today because I have a new niche where I'm a cosplayer, so I'm usually doing lives in costume.
I got you.
But I'm focusing on a new niche right now for mental and physical health. So I'm going to be my focus is going to be on my channel is going to be focused on health and fitness through walking. So
Okay.
like a lot of walking, but it'll be like nerdy and geeky related somehow because I'm a big I'm a big pop culture nerd.
So we can see some Doctor Who themes going on, huh?
Oh yeah, this is the Middle Earth background because
Okay.
my main love. So my shirt, I'm wearing a basketball jersey right now, but it's the Hobbits.
Okay.
I'm a Lord of the Rings fanatic.
Okay. My brother was too.
So my channel is going to be about walking because I'm going to I'm going to try to walk 2,700 miles in 2026.
Well, good luck on that. We'll be praying for you.
I think I'm at since January. I think I'm at like 150 miles right now.
Cool.
I did
That's cool.
because I'm in the Midwest, and usually I suffer from OCD and anxiety, ADHD, depression. So January and February are usually my lowest months, where I'm just mental health is really bad. But for the next week and a half, we're getting unusually warm weather. So I'm outside. I've been outside walking. It's middle. I'm in Kansas City, so it's freaking like 65 degrees today, and tomorrow's going to be 70, which is unheard of in the Midwest in February. So I'm outside.
Yeah, I'm over here in Texas. It's supposed to be 80 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, see, I can't do when it's too hot or too cold. I will be like walking on my treadmill and like elliptical and stuff. But when it's nice outside, I'm outside.
Have you seen?
Yes, me. I love the outside.
No. Yep.
I love the outside.
This is cute.
Please stop. Okay, so I'm gonna let somebody else talk. But that's me.
Shivani, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Shivani. I'm 25. Yeah, I'm so old.
Yeah, right.
One thing about myself is I am going to school for culinary, to be a chef or a pastry chef. I love dogs. I love my other half. I'm a really big people person. Even though like I connect with more guys than girls for some odd reason. I have ADHD. And I like helping people lift up their spirits when they're down because I prevented one of my friends in high school to not unalive themselves. And he's like, "You're the only person that noticed that I changed my Facebook photo because he changed it to all black profile picture." And he's like, "You're the only one who noticed that." And he's like, "I was gonna unalive myself today." And I talked him through it, and he goes, "I'm so grateful for you that I was gonna end my life. I was gonna unalive myself." And he's like, "You got me through it." And I'm like, so I told him, think about your grandma, think about your sister, how they probably look up to you. Your grandma needs you because he had just lost his grandpa not that long ago. This was like a few years ago. But I still check up on him to this day. He is working. He's still around. So I'm glad that I was able to talk him through unaliving himself.
I'm glad you were there too.
And
I'm glad you were.
I believe in our Lord, so I told him God is first, think about him and just, keep pushing forward. Like I always tell my better half that life might be tough, but, keep pushing forward, keep your head up high, and just keep moving on.
That's the hard thing for a lot of people in this world is that keep moving on, believe that people love you and care for you, because there ain't no age, there ain't no person immune to feeling that sting of depression, to feeling that sting of feeling like nobody cares about them or anything else. And so I'm always telling people it's important to have support groups like this, of letting people know, hey, we may not always agree, we may even get mad at each other somewhere, but I'm going to be there for you, and we can talk it out and we can work it out. Sometimes it means you got to go through a lot of friends, but I believe that every single person that comes into our life is an angel God sent there for either us to help them or them to help us. But everybody gets depressed for different reasons, and the unalive rate, we'll call it, in the world now has skyrocketed. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself before I tell you what I'm going to do. What's going on, buddy? Come on up. My name's they call me the Bopper, the Big Bopper, or Big Scotty Chickadee, or Scott, or other names. But I'm 47 years old. I've been married going on 23 years. I joined TikTok when I was agoraphobe, afraid to leave my house. Got a support group on here. Ended up finding out that I had a knack with voices, and so I started doing characters and voices on here. I got several of them that I've done, and apparently have made a lot of videos. I found out because I was messing with them the other day. Anyway, I like to go on here and, of course, talk about God and the things that we give God our lives and the things we give Him. It's important to put God in our life and have that foundation. But I talk about the fact that even Jesus Himself went through a lot of the same things we through the depression. I mean, Jesus wept Himself. Jesus in the garden before He went to be crucified for us said, "Let there be some other way." He Himself was like, "Let there be." He panicked. He's stressed. So He knows what we go through. And so I think we can relate to Him and His life. We can understand how to live our life, but it's not easy. And so that's my thing is I want to give people encouragement. I want to let people know they're not alone. I go on here and talk about the things that I go through, the experiences I've had in life, my down times, my high times, what I go through, and my thought process. You know what I mean? Just to let other people know they're not alone, that some fat guy sitting on a live has a weird thought process too. But if you guys don't mind, I'm going to tell you kind of a quick version. I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. I'm going to tell you a quick version of how I ended up on TikTok when I was agoraphobe and how I ended up being an agoraphobe. Prior to the year 2020, prior to the accident that I had, I was a pretty outgoing person. I am now. I'm an outgoing person. But, I mean, I whenever. I was constantly going somewhere, trying to help somebody do something, lifting spirits up, talking with people. I enjoyed it. It was my bread and butter. But it became more about how it made me feel and how I wanted to do it than the way God intended me to do it. And just like any of us, whenever God's talking to us and we're not listening, he ends up having to yell at us. And usually it means that we have to go through something pretty serious in our lives to make us go, God, I need you. You know what I mean? And on September 10th of 2020, that's exactly what happened for me. I was on my way home from work. It was pitch black outside. And I was coming down this road, and another car coming the other way had their brights on. And it blinded me, and I couldn't see anything. Well, by the time the lights disappeared, I saw something in front of my vehicle, but I was so close, there was no way I could stop at 55 miles an hour that the speed limit was. So I ended up having to run that over and experience that. And of course, only seeing it for a quick flash, I wasn't 100% sure what I ran over. But I had a pretty good idea, and I started praying, Lord, please do not let it be what I think it was. And as I stepped to the back of my car, is when I saw the young man laying there. Apparently earlier that night, this young man at the age of 18 had decided that his life just wasn't worth living anymore. For whatever reason, whether he picked on at school, whether it been he just didn't feel, I don't know the kid, but he had some reason in his life that he didn't want to live no more. So he dressed all in black, found a part of the road that nobody hardly traveled on, but it was just dark enough where they wouldn't see him, and he laid in the road. And because of the brights in my eyes and everything else, I couldn't see him. And so his plan was fulfilled, and I watched him take his last breath. And it was pretty devastating to me, as you can imagine. I'm going from the guy that went out in public. I thought when people looked at him, they'd say, there's a guy that stir up his back, man. If you need to ride somewhere, give him a call. If you need somebody to talk to, there he is, I went from being that guy to the guy that when I went out in public, I thought every single person that looked my way said, there's the guy that killed that kid. Without knowing the backstory, what was going on or anything else, they just blamed me. And so, of course, having that rejection feeling, having that fear and that whatever you want to call it, followed inside me, judging myself as well because of the way I thought others judged me. I found myself sitting in my car for 6 months. I began seeing bodies in the road that were, I know not there, but a shadow or a black spot. It looked like a body to me, as you can imagine. But after a while, I was like, I can't drive no more. My wife and I found a house right across the street from her job, so I didn't have to drive anymore. And so then when I walked in that house, the next 3 years, I didn't walk out. I was afraid to look out the window. I was afraid to go even somebody be in the same room when the door was open for such a long time. Because I had so many different fears. I was seeing things. I was hearing things. And then that voice got in my head and says, somebody's out there to do you harm because of what happened. They don't understand it wasn't your fault. All these different things went through my mind. And then I got on TikTok, and then I started seeing more of the world and all the gender stuff going on in the world and the confusion and all this stuff that I didn't really see before. And I'm like, well, how do I live in a world now loving God and believing the things he says whenever there's so much hate in the world? There's so much frustration out there because people would rather just jump and yell than really get to know each other. I'm like, how do I deal with that? And so this was my thing to deal with that. I got on live and I started talking. And I've been on this app now for 3.5 years. If you go through my videos, my content has definitely changed. But I have 3 or 4 different YouTubes that I have to separate my videos. But God is working amazing things. I'm outside my house again because of the support group I got on this app. I'm driving again, not as much as I was, but I'm driving again some. I don't really go into many stores because of my anxiety I still have. But being able to come on here and talk with other people, knowing that I'm not alone, knowing that if for any reason at all I have a panic attack, I can hit a button on my phone and reach out to somebody that I know will answer and be there and tell them, hey, I need you. I am
Mhm.
going through something hard. I don't think I can do it. To know that there are people inside the SGC Bopper family, inside the Miss Giggles and Bopper's crew, to know that there are people there like that I can count on, it makes each day a little bit easier. To know that God loves me so much that He gave me people in my life to care for me, to encourage me, to lift me up. And so I started studying the Word more. I started, man, I was asking that it's 50 studies without realizing about depression, about this, about that, about that. And it really does transform your mind. And so now that's all I want to do is I want to not just let people know they're alone, but to let people understand the gift that God has given us of Jesus Christ dying on the cross. A lot of people know the verse John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him will not perish but have everlasting life. But they don't really understand everything He went through. The last 14 hours of Jesus' life is the best love story out there. It's a tragic, tragic story. But when you look at everything He did and how He treated each person in the last 14 hours of His life, wow. Somebody loved me that much to go through that, knowing that I was not worthy. I want to try to live for them, and I want to try to spread that same kind of love to everyone I meet. And so that's why I do what I do. And that's just my long, short story of me. How y'all doing? Let me ask you a question, guys, if you don't mind. And I know you guys both tell me you love the Lord, right?
Yep.
You understand, and I only say this because with Mikey, I was friends with Mikey a long time. And yes, he has God in his heart. He believes like I do and everything else. But to know that he does have that assurance in his life, that he does understand the gift, it's so helpful to us when we know those things, right? Because you know that it's not just on this earth we're going to be able to share with each other, but it's going to be in that place that God has created us. There's no more pain. There's no more sorrow. There's no more hurt. There's no more loss. And we can just smile and love each other forever. And that's an amazing gift. It seems like it'd be boring after a while, but I think we wouldn't worry about how boring it would be because we wouldn't have the mentality that we have now.
Right.
A lot of the things that we worry about, a lot of the questions that we want answered that will never get answered, once we get into that place and God brings us home, none of that's going to matter anymore. We won't care. Ain't that amazing? That's an amazing thing. John, you got anything you want to add to that?
Not that I can think of right now, Bopper.
And I forgot your name. What did you say your name was? Heather.
Yeah, Heather.
Aha,
Hey
I thought
man,
about
I'm glad I found you. Because I've been a Christian a long time, but the last I don't know, for this past decade has been really hard. So it's really hard for me to get back in the Word and all that, because it's depression makes it a lot harder than it does for people that don't suffer from mental health.
It does, and I've noticed myself, my experiences, that there's been a lot of times, this app has been such a great support and encouragement for me. I need to learn how to have the same feeling about myself off of this app, just our everyday life. But there's days where I'm like, I don't even feel like going live. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling so depressed, whatever. And those are the days I need to go live because God's going to send somebody in here. Today, He sent somebody named Heather on here to say, hey, I'm glad I found you.
Mm-hmm.
So God always has a way, no matter what mood you're in, to be able to bring you out and give you comfort. And that's a God I want to love and cherish and obey as much as I can.
For sure.
Yeah.
See, and I can relate more to a believer that is feels the same way I do or has, this similar struggles, because I come from a church background that, there's no such thing as mental health. If you have mental health, you're not a good enough Christian. If you have depression or anxiety or anything, you're not, there's something wrong, that you're not right with God or something. That's the kind of church that I grew up in.
I actually had a conversation about something like that here a few days ago with somebody. I don't remember who it was now. I have so many conversations. But we were talking about mental illness, and the topic was, do you think mental illness is from the devil? And I was like, wow, man, that's a hard, interesting question, because when you look at it, do you think it's from the devil? I don't know that it's from the devil, but I do know that when we have so much confusion in the world, we have so much hate in the world, we have the people not teaching us right from wrong, not the right thing, they stop teaching us. I mean, I talked about this here a while back about from the time we were little, at some point, especially in all our lifetimes, at some point when we were little, they decided it was not important enough to teach us about God anymore. It wasn't important enough to teach us about politics. We are told when we are young not to talk about the two most important things in our life, because people will judge us. People will get upset. People will get mad. And so we push it down. And then now we're in the age where we need to talk about that. Not that we have never been there, but now when you do, just mentioning anything on one side or the other, going, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. I think that we have gotten, as a society, there's so many people that have gotten to a point where it's easier just to hold on to that hate, just to hold on to that frustration, because that's where everybody's at. And that's where I want to be. I want to be around where everybody's at, instead of just letting it go and going, you know what? I need to lead by example. Because how can you lead by example when you have no examples around you? You have an example in the Bible, though. And that's what we need to study. We're not perfect. We never will be perfect. But we can strive to be perfect every day. And that means taking time. And everybody's on different levels. Everybody has their own speeds. What works for one person is not going to work for somebody. God knows all that. Jesus knows all that. Jesus knows about depression, about going, I don't think I can do this. I mean, he sweat drops of blood deciding on our fate. You know what I mean? It was not something that he took lightly. And so, of course, doing the right thing, keeping ourselves right and everything else. Do I think that we can totally get rid of the disability, mental, whatever you want to call it, inside our head sometimes? I think we can learn to deal with it. I think we can even sometimes squish some of it out. But it's all in our own times, our own ways of learning how to do that. And that learned it is by giving it to God and studying his word and fellowshipping with him in the word and in prayer and in fellowship like this. Because it says we're three or more together. I mean, we're having church right now. You know what I mean? But for me, my biggest thing is, I know I talk a lot because I got a lot to talk about, and I never feel like I get it all out. So that's why I love having this my life. It's the Biblical Bopper life. I can talk as long as I want to about whatever I want to. If somebody don't want to listen, they can just scroll on through. You know what I mean? Because that's our biggest fear. Is we want to be heard, but when we're in person, we feel like we got to rush because time is precious. We feel like we have to rush so we don't get it all out. Or we feel like we're going to get interrupted, so we just constantly feel rushed. On here, I try to make people know if you need to talk, you need to tell me a story about what's going on in your life. If you need to say, hey, what's going on? I see you down there, Angel. If you need to talk about anything, I will let you come here and I will make sure everybody shuts up. I'll mute them, knock them off the screen, whatever I got to make sure you're heard, because that's important. How can you feel any better if you never feel like you get heard?
Right.
You was talking about church. I grew up going to church, to a Baptist church. Now, I tell people I don't go with Wet Baptist or the Pentecostal or with this. I go with what the Word of God says. I call myself a Christian, a follower of Christ. You know what I mean? But when I go to church, I definitely. Is that a crack in my windshield, or is that just okay? I think that scared me for a minute. Anyways, I was like, that's a long crack. I mean, it went from one side to the other. Yeah. Anyways, oh wow. What was I saying again?
Church.
A church. So I grew up going to church, but I ask questions. And I ask a lot of questions. Sometimes people are like, I don't know why you're even asking that. Give you an example. And I was actually asked not to come back to a church, to this particular church,
No.
because I asked too many questions and I didn't agree with the things going on at the church. But I would ask questions like, dumb questions that we all have, but there was still, when you want to live for God and you want to make sure you're not doing the things that God says don't to do, you have, well, should I be doing this? Should I be? And sometimes it's small stuff, What does the Bible say about wearing hats in church? I asked a pastor that one time, and this was frustrating. This pastor was in front of the church preaching, wearing a hat, right? But I was like, wait, what? And so I went to him, I've been waiting. I said, I was raised, we don't wear hats in church. He goes, well, it's more of an Old Testament thing, it sounds like. He goes, a lot of it's really just about respect. And that bothered me. And I'm like, it's about respect. So you telling me you don't have enough respect for God to take your hat off? But I still never got my answer for it. So I started studying. And I found out that the Bible says nothing about wearing hats except for if you're preaching or you're praying, take your hat off. Other than that, you don't care. I'm like, okay, I'm still not going to wear my hat in church, but you know what I mean? But it just, there's a lot of people that have questions like that. And a lot of people don't know how to answer those things. Like the how come as you are stuff. People don't know how to answer the how come as you are. People think it has to do with clothes and what you look like. It ain't got nothing to do with what you look like. It got everything to do with what's going on in your life. Come as you are. Don't wait to get perfect. Come now and get help. You know what I mean? What's going on, Angel?
How you doing?
Very good. Would you like do what?
Right words you're using. Yeah, I went back to church this year. I've been going a lot more back to. I just only missed like 2 weeks last month because I got sick. But I've been going back. It's just when pastors talk so like too fast, I still can't get it 100%. I have to go back and read it myself.
Which, and we should. I mean, the preachers up there tell us we should listen to preachers, but we do need to go back and study it ourselves too. You're right.
Because sometimes you can't really understand when they say it because it's like going too fast and it's not going out my ear like it used to when you knew me because my medicine helps me. But I can tell about when someone's too fast, I can't get some things down.
Right. I read something here, I don't know how long ago it was, but this guy had wrote in to this Christian paper and news radio, I don't know what it was now. But anyway, the guy wrote in, he says, I've been going to the same church for 30 years. He says, and I've heard the pastor preach on so many different topics. He goes, but honestly, I can't really remember what the topics were. I know it was about God and the Bible. He says, I don't think I'm really getting anything out of it. He says, so I think I'm just going to stop going. Well, another guy replied and responded to him and says, he says, I understand what you're saying. He goes, well, let me tell you this. He says, I've been married for 30 years. He says, and my wife has cooked me countless meals. He says, so many good meals. I can't tell you all the meals she's made for me. I just can't do it for the life of me. I cannot tell you all the meals she's made for me. He says, however, I know that those meals nourished me. And that because of those meals and nourishing me, I was able to go out and I was able to do what I needed to do for my family. It's the same thing with the Word of God. We may not always remember the sermon that was preached that Sunday, whatever, but we're being nourished. We're being changed in one way or the other.
Yep.
And then I used the example myself. I said, how many times in life have you been somewhere and you get this tune in your head? And you're like, I have no idea what this tune does.
Okay, so tune in your head. When you get a song in your head, I do it as the music is coming from someone. And I don't know if it's coming from God trying to tell you a song, or if it's coming from one of the people you haven't seen it, like you lost in your past, that have gone I'm gonna say gone to heaven. That's how I see it.
Right. My thinking on that too is the fact that when we hear those things, especially when we're studying the word or whatever else, we may not be able to remember it. But I feel like when it's time for us to know that, I know myself after studying the word as much as I have, I'll be talking to somebody. I'm like, oh, I know how to answer your question. I know what verse it is. You know, it comes to my forehead. I may not remember every word I've said, but I can remember the gist of it somewhat. You know what I mean? But those songs,
Yeah.
here's by those songs we hear. We have no idea where the song came from, what it's about. Don't even know the words or anything else, but it's in our head. There was a song years ago, it was a commercial years ago that was played inside Walmart. And I remember the commercial now. And I'll tell you what it was because I love to sing the song. It's so funny. You can't overlove your underwear.
Oh my God.
It stuck in my head. You know what I mean? And so I was doing it one day. I was driving down the road. I didn't even know where I got this commercial. And I just started singing it. You can't overlove your underwear. Hi.
Hi.
Or sometimes things get stuck in your head. You don't even think about it. Like when I worked at Walmart, I was zoning up on the grocery aisle, just pulling stuff forward or whatever. And they didn't have any music playing overhead or anything, but furniture had this little CD that it would play these different songs. And sometimes a song will get stuck in your head and you'll start singing it, not even realizing it. So I'm standing on the aisle and I'm singing, so I start singing it out loud. It's raining men. Hallelujah, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Is that the girl that was just in here? That's on the bottom? That just said she needed to get off, but nice to meet you.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Heather. We'll have to talk again some other time. I didn't see it. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Yeah, no problem. We understand. I was trying to figure it out myself. I didn't mean it. I'll follow you.
I think, let me make sure I did follow. I got followed now for sure.
Yeah, I go back to church every day, but I'm every Sunday now. But I'm also doing another thing. I don't want to give the notes out because that's personal stuff. But I will say every Thursday we've been going to different schools and doing like they'll read pastor will read off some verses and do a prayer, and then they'll ask the person that runs that place questions, and then we'll have to pray for certain things. And
well, I'm
walk
going to
around
start
the
doing.
building and check out things.
I have some of the stuff on YouTube. I always have it on YouTube, but I'm going to start doing some lives where we go through some of the different topics that we have going on. Like, I have someone for depression. I have one on anxiety. I have one on loss. I have one on just about every emotion we got. I have different things that I have studied on and ready to talk about. I got it wrote down, ready to go on with verses and everything. And I believe that's one of the things I definitely want to do, besides the fact that I'm going to do my comedy nights with my voices. I'm going to get on here and do the nights where I just kind of ramble on about whatever. I am going to start having more nights where I toast people because the more people
Remember how you made videos and all that stuff? Well, if you want to make a video, you can, because my birthday is coming up in March 16th.
March 16th?
16. The day before St. Patrick's.
Okay.
And my birthday's coming up, and it's my big 40.
So I want to let you know real quick, Angel, because I know you need some of the group. I don't know what kind of friendships or contacts you have with everybody anymore, but Zen is not going to be on TikTok anymore. He's got something going on that he's not even able to get on TikTok right now.
I was wondering because I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, he's got some things going on. I'm one of the few people that actually stay that. Anyway, so the STC Bopper family, there's not really many people that really are using that name anymore. There's a couple of people that But I have joined voice forces again with Cassie and Kurt, and we have the Miss Giggles
No
and
comment on
Barbara.
that one.
You what?
I will not say any comment on those people.
I just wanted to let you know that Kurt and Cassie are a big part of what we're doing over here on the stuff. So I don't want there to be any problems from you guys. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
I'll keep my distance at times. You know me.
Okay. And like I said, that's between you guys. I hope you guys do work it out one day, but I want you to understand that Kurt and Cassie here, they do come up on the screen.
That's okay. I just come once in a while when I see you live and came hang out with you. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I got you. Yeah, we did pretty good. We toasted Kurt and Cassie. What was it, Friday night, right?
I think it was Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, and then last night we toasted Mickey and Kathy. That was pretty cool. Or not Kathy, Tracy. Why did I say Kathy?
Tracy. Yep.
Well,
So, you say that one of them is not doing so good. That you said is not longer on here, and I got lost the name, but if you
Jim.
know anything you want to talk about that on, you can always message me and I'll pray for him. Okay.
Yeah, just pray for him. That's all you got to do. There's no reason to talk about anything else. Just pray for him.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep him in your prayers. How you doing? I think they looked as soon as I started saying, how you doing? Oh, there they go.
Very well.
How you doing today?
Not watching the gay football.
You watching some what now?
He's not watching something.
And not watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, not watching the Super Bowl.
I'm watching the scores, but I already won on the Super Bowl we're doing like Super Bowl where they get money,
Yeah, the
I don't
Demons
even
are
know who's
winning.
playing.
Demons are winning. Hold on.
I don't even know who's playing. Only reason I was going to go there at all was to watch
The
the
Demons are winning.
It's Seahawks over Patriots and Seahawks so far.
Demons are winning, you say, huh?
They are.
Would
They
you like to
always
tell
do.
us
You know that, right? You know why demons win. Because they
the demons win? Well, it doesn't say that in the Bible. It says that God wins in the end.
Well,
Yeah,
they gave it
that's-
to us. God gave us the planet.
All I'm going to say is
And until he returns.
Well, it's looking might be soon.
Oh, I know, right? Damn.
Are you a God fearing man?
No, sir.
You are? Cool. You believe in the
I
gift
don't
he's given
believe
us
in
and everything,
anything.
right?
I don't believe in God or the
Oh, you
devil.
said you don't believe.
Don't
Oh,
believe.
you said you don't believe. And how come?
Well, I like science.
You don't like science?
I do like science. I'm more.
Oh,
of
he
a
do-
children-
Oh, you do like. Sorry, I'm hearing you different what you said. I'm sorry.
I like science. I'm a show.
So you
me
do
guy.
like science, you said.
Yes.
You're a show me guy. So you've never seen God work in your life?
No, sir.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I really am. Whether we believe and see that him working in our life, he does a lot of times. And it's sad when we don't see it, though. But I hope one day you do get to see him work in your life, and it really is an
a lot
impact in
of-
your life.
A lot of good things happened in my life. I made it happen. My mother made it happen.
You made it
Everything happens because we work for it.
Let me ask you, what do you think happens when we pass?
When we what?
When we pass on?
Oh, that's rough.
That's a hard one, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know.
What do you hope happens?
Start again?
You want to start again?
Yes, sir.
I can see the appeal in wanting to start again. I can see that.
Yeah.
I definitely can see that. I believe in the afterlife. I believe
From
that Jesus.
zero. Start from zero and do it again. You know?
I believe that God exists, and I believe He, has created us and all that.
Right.
It's really hard for me sometimes when I talk to people who haven't believed most of their life, because it's like, well, it's like, when you believe in something, for example, do you have any kids?
Yes.
When your kids are young and they're learning something that that you take it by,
Excuse me.
dove for you, and you're like, how do you not know this kind of thing, right? Kind of thing. I feel like that was sometimes. I'm like, how do people not see God working in their lives or whatever? But then
Well,
I
they got
finally
their
realized.
mothers running away from their dad, so I mean that's weird for them.
I hear you had. So in other words, you've had some pretty hard things happen in your life
Yes,
that
sir.
has made you
Yes,
feel
sir.
like
I'm
God's
40
not there
years
for you.
old.
So you've had some hard things happen in your life. You feel like God wasn't there for you.
Well, see, my parents are what are they called? Oh, the witches, I suppose.
Okay, I got you.
The ones
They
that
kind of
believe in everything.
like believe in everything.
Yeah.
I never ever understood that people can believe in anything, everything. It's
Well,
like,
trees have spirits. The grass has a spirit. Everything's got it all.
well, I tell you what, we do come up with some good things to think about, don't we? As humans, we come up with some great excuses, some great ideas of what we think's going on and all. And you know why we do that, don't you?
Why?
We do that because if we look at what we know, you know as well as I do, what we've been taught and is out there for us to understand, why would we really want to believe in that? That means we got to stop doing a lot of different things
Well,
in
so
our
the whole
life.
thing is you believe in it because everything's got a spirit. But what's going to happen? What's going to happen when that spirit goes away? There's a blade of grass. There's a leaf on a tree. What happens?
Leaf on it.
What happens to that energy?
I see. So you're thinking of the energy thing. I got you. See, here's my thing is,
Excuse me.
and I may
smoke too much.
I understand. I may end up messing this up. So if I do, I would love if you give it a chance, if you want to. I'm not, you suggest things for people. It's up to them to look at it. But there's a guy on YouTube his name is Ray Comfort. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or anything else.
Haven't.
You haven't? Well, he's a really good guy. He puts it in a great way. I'm going to try to go with you if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So you believe in about the Ten Commandments, right? The moral law is the Ten Commandments.
I've heard about them, but I don't believe in them.
You don't believe in them? Well, the moral law is the Ten Commandments. The moral law
most
is
people
what.
don't, because the Christianity is the most fucked up realm I've ever met. They're the most fucked up people I've ever met. I'm a Southern Baptist. They don't give a fuck.
There are a lot of people out there that they get
I've been to church and they kicked me out.
And I've been kicked out of a church. I've been asked not to come back to church before. It hurts. It makes you really question it. And I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am. Well, anyway, the Ten Commandments are a moral law. That teaches us the thief, not to steal, not to kill, not to destroy, all those things, right? All of us have broken. If you look at the commandments, all of us have broken the moral law.
If she fucks, I'm a fuck.
That's coveting. That's coveting. That's adultery.
Can't help it. Well, I've been married for 10 years. Whoa, bro. I've been married for 10 years. She left me. We're still married. She's got a dude.
That sucks for you, man. Sorry to hear that.
Right? So am I not supposed to be with my old lady?
Man, that's a whole other shoot off of the conversation right there, ain't it?
I know, right?
And that's one thing about talking about.
My old lady now has been with me through all that. When I was putting up with that bullshit, she stayed with me. She is the one that I should have married. But I'm not married to her.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, tell me about that.
You know, I could sit here and throw verses at you and throw all kinds of things of what I think or whatever, you know.
Yes, sir.
But really, it's going to come down to what do you want in life? What do you want to have? Do you want to be
I
happy?
just want to be happy.
You want-
Yeah, that's all it is. I want to be happy.
What do you think are the best ways to do that?
Kids.
Kids. You know, that's true. Kids can make us happy. They are. How old are your
Well,
kids?
I got 20 and 10.
20 and 10. Well, that's a good distance between each other,
Good
too.
God. First and second wife.
Wow. I have two kids, 28 and 27 years old.
Okay.
And, yeah.
The 10 is when the second wife left me. I know where she lives. She lives a county over. But, God damn it.
Well, I tell you what, can I give you some advice? And you can take
Sure.
it or leave it however you want to.
Yeah.
I myself, and I've always believed in God most of my life.
Okay.
Most of my life.
Okay.
Okay. But I never really truly lived the way God wanted me to do. Instead, I believed in the love and the kindness and helping other
I'm
people
still
out.
waiting
And all
for the
that.
advice.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I've learned that if you actually give time to, even if you're just looking to try to prove it wrong, study the word a little bit.
Well, just the
Give
whole
your-
thing is the way I'm acting now is how I should have been acting the whole time, and I love my old lady.
Do you fear death?
No, I mean, no, not at all.
You don't fear death at
I
all?
do not fear death. No,
And how come?
because there's no pain.
There's no pain in death?
Yes.
Well, how do you figure that?
I mean, because we're supposed to do this, we only live as long as we're supposed to. And if we live long enough, we're in pain.
If I was to go to the Grand Canyon and jump off the side, it would probably hurt if I landed, right?
Hell yeah.
But if I died, I wouldn't have to worry about that pain, right? Is
How
what you're
about
saying?
this? Don't jump.
Right. So that's what you got to do is not jump.
Well, it's what I do. I'd stay at my house and I go to work.
Stay at your house and you go to work. Well, I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is you're needing exactly. Because you came up on the live for a reason. Because you heard what we
My
were
name is
talking
Zach.
about.
Exactly, right? My name is Zach. Exactly.
Right? I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Get that. Fuck, give me that cigarette. I want a cigarette.
No, thanks. This is mine.
He said, no, that's mine.
So,
Where'd the
and
chick go?
I'm glad to have you here, of course. But what made you come up on the screen?
I don't know. I just like to talk.
You like to talk?
Yes, nobody lets me talk.
Well, I tell you what, man. As long as you let it, for me on my life, as long as you let others talk, I have no problem listening to you.
Yes,
talk
sir.
as well.
Yes, sir.
Well, see, for me, like we were saying before, I believe in God. I believe He's the Son to die on the cross in our sins, and I believe that He taught us how to live. We learn His life, the way Jesus lived in this life, the way He treated each other, and then we learn how to love each other. We can learn through all that to learn how to live ourselves. And I can tell already, just from the smile on your face, that it hasn't always been a painful life. That at one point or another you
It
did
hasn't.
believe it.
No, sir. It hasn't.
But at one point you did have a strong belief in God, did you not?
I tried. I tried.
What made you stop?
They told me you're a heathen and get the fuck out of my church.
Wrong church. So you blame God for what the church did?
No, I blame church people.
But you said you don't really believe in God, right?
Well, God is a construct.
So you do believe in God.
It depends. I believe in aliens, bro. So there is
I do too,
a
man.
higher power.
Yeah.
There
I
is
do
a
too,
higher
man.
power.
I think there's aliens too.
There is a higher power. There's somebody who put us here to do and see what we're going to do. They're watching us right now.
Man, 40 years old.
So you know,
Problems in your
who
life where it
built?
feels like you're trying to get
She
close to
can come in
God.
and yell at us. She can come in and yell at us. We all keep
What?
kicking her out for her.
Who?
Whoever keeps trying to come in.
Nobody's trying to come in.
Oh, there was the one that right there in the middle.
Oh, I hadn't seen it pop up on my side.
They
Oh,
showed up on
no,
mine.
those
Like, oh,
th-
no.
those are people that like suggestive invites or something like that. They're not really coming in. They're just suggestive invites.
For you or
What
something.
do you believe, bro?
I'm a Christian, so
Tell me what you believe.
oh shit, man, I freaking believe. Freaking all the Adam and Eve and the freaking snake and the snake was the devil, of course, because the snake had tricked Eve into taking the apple from the forbidden tree, and that's what and that's what caused the whole women to have pain and stuff like that.
Excuse
Yeah,
me, so you're Old Testament.
I'm Old Testament and New Testament, so I'm learning on the New Testament as well. So basically, the thing with Old Testament is that I'm slowly beginning to move into the New Testament
Who
and be learning about that. Yep.
You know. Yeah. All right. All right. So, what do you believe right now? As you stand there smoking. I'll light it up too. What do you believe right now?
I believe in God. I believe God has a plan for us all. I believe,
sir.
because honestly, right now, as I told Bopper a few days ago, that my ex has my son, and my son's 10 years
Yes.
old,
Yes.
and I want to get back into his life.
Yes, sir.
And he's been there for me talking. Like I gotta pray like every night. I'm up here in Minnesota. My son's down in Arizona,
Ooh, that's a long distance.
and I do plan on moving back down to Phoenix, Arizona,
get
and
kicked
being
out?
back with my son. Yeah.
What just happened?
What?
Life was restricted.
Oh, probably because you're smoking on the screen.
I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here too.
yeah.
So
My son is in
But-
Wyoming. This one. Let me invite her. But my son is in Wyoming and I'm in Georgia.
oh, yeah, that's quite a distance too.
Yeah, he's 20 years old now. You know what happened?
Huh?
He called me.
He called you, huh?
He called me, yeah. You know what I did? I
Well-
cried because he called me.
You hadn't talked to him in a very long time, have you?
Right. Because of his mother.
I got you.
know?
Let
He's
me
like,
ask you, now that we're learning a little bit more about you there, what would it take to get you to believe in God and His gift?
well, I'd need to see something, I need to see it happen.
I need to see it happen. Man, that's the only way you're going to see that happen is by giving it a chance and experiencing it. That's by studying the
That's
Word.
the
and
whole
by
thing
praying.
is I do everything I'm supposed to, right or wrong. I know right, and I hate wrong. I do it all. I go to work, and I'm here, in my grandmother's house.
There was a young ruler that went up to Jesus one time and says, good master, what do I need to do to inherit the everlasting life? And Jesus looked at him and says, first, why did you call me good? There is no one good but God. And then the second thing he says is, have you done the commandments? Have you tried to live by
I
commandments?
do,
He goes,
yes.
He's like, I've been living those commandments my life. And so Jesus says, well, if you accepted my gift, and you believe in the commandments, you live those commandments, then you lack one thing. He told him, sell all your possessions, give to the poor, and pick up your cross and follow me.
May I interject?
Go ahead.
Lift a stone and I am there.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
have
a-
to go. You don't have to say you're there. You don't have to give. Just lift a stone and believe.
Right. Right. It's not about works. It's not about works. I'm not saying that it is about works.
He's right there.
But whenever you believe in that gift, so let me ask you this. If
All right.
you knew for a fact
Yes, sir.
that a man walked this earth and went through all the things he went through with the skin being ripped from his back, people spitting
I
out,
do
doing all this
believe
stuff.
he was there, and I believe
Okay.
that happened to him. Yes.
Okay. Well, if you believe all that and you believe he did that for you, wouldn't you want to live for
He
him
didn't
to
do it
show
for
him?
me.
He
You know.
did it for all of us. He did it for all of us, right?
Yeah.
I suppose.
He did it for all of us.
But
And see, that's
that
where
happened
God
to him.
loves us so
Yes.
much.
Yes, that happened to him.
God loves us so much, he doesn't force us to believe.
And you know what
We
he
have to do it
asked?
ourselves.
You know what? He's so messed up. He's like, why do y'all believe in the cross? I hate that motherfucker.
Right? There was actually had a conversation with somebody here a while back where you see a lot of people that will have the cross and they'll have Jesus on the cross and they're like,
The cross
he's
is
off that
shitty.
cross. He's been off that cross for a long time.
But he
You
got
know,
put
the
on that cross.
The cross is a symbol.
Fuck that cross.
But the cross is a symbol because it symbolizes what was done for us.
Done to him.
Right.
But fuck the cross. He didn't like it.
If you had somebody in your life and something was very hard happened, you wouldn't want the person. that did that
So
to
you
ever-
say,
right?
if my brother got hung on a cross, I should hang that cross on my neck? No.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying if your brother, okay, we would use your brother. If your brother was put on a cross and he was tortured the way Jesus
I would not hang
you
the
want
cross.
would you want anybody to forget that?
But I wouldn't hang the cross.
And some people don't. But that's what the cross is, though, is a symbol of what was done for us.
But they done to him.
Right. I mean, you're right. It's all in your perspective. You could say half glass full. The glass is half
See,
full.
I
The
don't like
glass
the
is half
cross.
empty.
The cross is a bad omen. Because,
Cross is bad omen.
yeah, just because you're hanging there.
Right. I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I don't like it.
I see what you're saying. But you understand it, though, right?
I do have this, though.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking, why did you come in the live? Did you come in here just to test us and see what was going on, or did you really have a desire to understand
I
more?
don't believe in either.
That saddens me, Bubba. It really does. It saddens me, man.
Don't
I
know.
hope that something.
You
I
have
hope
to have
something
God
happens
up there
to you.
to have the devil. I don't believe in the devil. So I can't believe in God. And I love aliens. We're
You know,
here.
the sad part is,
Well, we are here for a reason, though.
you know what the sad part is about that, though, is even though you don't believe in them, they believe in you,
Well, I'm here for a reason.
right? And, you know, God's not done with you. That's why you're still breathing.
Well, somebody's up there, and there's nobody down there. What are you going to do?
My little brother died at 41 years old.
My
And,
older brother died at 38, 36.
My dad died at 32.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, you know, my 32 birthday, that was second birthday. That was a hard birthday for me because I'm like,
You were two?
I'm not worthy enough to live longer
How
than my
old were
dad
you?
did. My dad was great. I'm 47,
How old were you when your dad died?
8 years old.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was 8. And I'm
Where's
the
your
oldest of
mom?
4. We all had the same 4. My mom's still alive. She got
Mom's
remarried.
good?
Yeah, she got remarried to, man, my mom's a champ. She's had cancer 3 times and beat it. You know, she has a flat chest now, but that's okay. She's got less weight that she had to carry, you know. But,
How big are you?
man,
Huh?
do what?
How big are you?
How big am I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm 6 foot, 355 pounds.
I am 5'9", 275.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a big mama too.
Yeah. See, whenever I was a kid, younger, I used to have to use a VCR as a pager.
Oh shit! I got a pager and I threw it in the lake.
Man, you know what? I tell you,
Quit paging me.
it tickles me when you think about a lot of the people that were older than us that talk about the times when they were kids and stuff, and we're like, man, that's like back when they just first started coming out with cars, right? You know. But you look about us like, man, we lived before cell phones, man.
Older than Google.
Right, older than Google. You know, older than the internet.
Yeah,
Man,
I remember
it's
when that came out. My mom used to yell at me, "Get off the fucking internet! I got to make a phone call."
But you know, it's all. I don't think God intended us for to have the internet and everything else, but it's like I told somebody the other day. It's none of it's really evil. It's evil how you use it.
No, I don't believe in good or evil. It's all relative. But imagine if everything went away. What would happen?
If everything went away, then I guess I'd be in the glory land, wouldn't I?
Exactly. I would too.
I'd like for you to be, man. I like for you to be. I think that you want to be. I can definitely tell you want to be.
I'm talking about life. I'm talking about internet, fucking.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah. You would talk about the internet.
Went away.
Well, I tell you what,
lights.
Nobody would know how to live these days. Anybody under the age of 40, man, would just be screwed.
Oh, I'd say about 35.
Well, yeah, maybe 35. You might be right about that. Because their whole life depends on cell phones and internets these days. You know what I mean?
Look where we are now.
But we're the same way. We're the same. We've got dependent on our cell phones and stuff as well, you know?
Right.
I can't. My wife the other day, one day, was like, you know what? I don't think we can afford the internet. And I'm like, yes, we can.
That's all we pay for.
We're your street corner.
We pay for gas, rent, internet.
Right.
And
what state you in?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Where you at?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, Texas where?
I'm over here close to, I'm probably about a few hours from Texarkana.
Okay. My old lady's from fucking, what is that?
An hour and a half from Dallas.
The island down there?
Oh, you're talking about Galveston?
Galveston Bay. That's where she's from. I lived in B.
Yeah, it's getting all out there.
Yeah. She's from here now. She's like, I fucking hate Georgia. I'm like, yeah, it's cold, babe. It's cold as shit.
I was born and raised in Texas, man. I tell you, I like Texas. I have no problem with Texas. I like the warm, I guess. I'd rather it be hot than cold. What is this guy doing?
In Texas.
They just got a truck here. They ain't supposed to get a truck yet. All right, man. Well, that was something else, wasn't it? That was an interesting conversation.
That was really interesting, actually. I about snapped. I about snapped.
He was pretty polite, though, man. He was good. You know, he was pretty polite. I appreciate how he handled. You know, we could have been a little bit better on not cutting each other off, but it was a good conversation. And
totally.
All we can really do is pray for him, you know, and be there for him if he needs to talk anymore. That's all we really can do.
Totally, yeah. So have you
talk to me?
Have you decided on the toast tonight? Because I kind of missed Cassie's Radio Live.
Oh, I didn't even know didn't even think about them going live tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I had like I said, I didn't really know anybody else really well enough to be right now. I'm just getting back onto TikTok. I was off TikTok for a while.
Right.
And so I'm just now getting back on there, building it back up. I've known Jen for 2.5 years, something like that. I've known Kurt and Cassie now for about 1.5 years. uh, off and on. I've known Mikey for a while, but I mean, there's still not. So right now, I just kind of playing it by ear. It usually doesn't take me long, and you can guarantee that old Bopper's thinking about you, John, because I already got some videos getting ready to post that's got you in it. I got some pictures I've made for you. I'm gonna send you, and
I
of course
really
we're gonna
appreciate that.
we're gonna get hooked up together over on Messenger, man, and have some conversations too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know, because I really, you've been placed in my heart, John. You really have. And that was a pretty cool video. I mean, I watched it again today, but that was a pretty cool video that they made with you and your son. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, that every time I watch it, man, it just brings tears to my eyes, man. I just miss him so much.
Right. My little brother, he died in November of 23, and that was hard for me. It's still hard for me. I mean, I guess I've kind of gotten used to it somewhat, you know, but that's only because we didn't actually live together, you know, in our adult years, of course. I've been married going on 23 years, or over 23 years, going on 24 years, I guess now.
Mhm.
And but yeah, he died real quick. It was he had an autoimmune disease that affected his lungs, and his lungs just gave out on him. And he never smoked a day in his life.
Wow.
It all happened real quick. And then, of course, you know, and this is what somebody was going to say earlier, you know, I don't know how many funerals you've been to in your life. You said you're how old? 34, right? 35 or 40?
Yeah, 34,
35?
yes.
I don't know how many funerals you've been to in life or not, but, you know, a lot of us, I've been to a lot of funerals. And usually when we go to funerals, we sit there and we think to her, especially when it's somebody close to us. And this is important to understand this, because if we can keep this in our minds, I think it helps us to, if we truly love and want to, we can help other people and be there for other people in a better way. Because when we go to these funerals, to these people that we cared about that passed away, we always usually say the same things. Man, I wish I would have spent more time with them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish I would have told them how I really felt about them. I wish I'd have told them how important they were to me. We say all these things, and at some point, some of us will turn and go, you know what? I'm going to do better. I'm going to let the people in my life know. But then as soon as we leave that church, or that, not the church, but the whatever,
Mm-hmm.
we forget about that feeling we had in there, because it's a moment that just passes through us because we've been through it before again. And we go back to the everyday thing. And then the next funeral comes and we're thinking, man, I wish I'd have spent more time with them. And we go through that whole thing again. And I think we can keep that mentality in our heads about making sure that the people in our lives know how important they are to us. You know, I had this thing I've said for quite a long time, that, and you'll see it yourself being a friend now, every so often, I have so many different people I do it to. I have to do it in different stages, but I send out a message to everybody I know that I communicate with on TikTok, Facebook, Messenger, YouTube, whatever. Or even in my phone, I'll send out a message to almost everybody I can, simply saying, I was thinking about you today. I hope you're doing all right. Love you. And then send it. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to do that, you know.
No.
I know it takes a while to send it out to different people, but you know how many times I've done that, you know, I might send it out to 150 people, and maybe 15 or 20 of them will message me back and say thank you. But there might be at least one that's going to message me and say, I needed to hear that today. Thank you. Because we all have those moments. We all have those times that we just need to be someone to just validate us. You know, people say, well, you shouldn't need validation. And you're right, but we do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't have people saying thank you, if we don't have people saying, hey, I care about you, if we don't have people encouraging us, then we're just going to feel even more so that nobody cares. We're going to feel even more so that we're lonely. That what's the point? We're going to get closer to that point when the devil's like, go ahead, do it. You know what I mean? And we don't need to do that. Every day that we wake up, every day that we draw a breath is an opportunity to be a better day than the day before, to be a better version of the person we were then. And John, I tell you what, Bubba, your ex-wife, your baby mama, whatever, your kid, and whoever else, they may not see your everyday thing that you do, but they don't have to every day. Here's the thing. And if you can get this in your head and you can really live like this, and it's not going to be easy. It takes choice to do it every day. Fellowship with God daily in prayer, even if it's just to sit in your car by yourself, whatever, just going, God, I don't know what to do. I'm struggling here. I'm going through this, and I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I mean, just talk.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, and he'll listen. You spend that time with him, and then study the word too. Even if it's like you need to call me up or somebody else and say, hey, I'm having a moment, man. Can you help me study and tell me what the Bible says about anxiety or about this moment or about this? I mean, I'm having this issue here. Can you help me study what the Bible, what it says about that? Bubba, I'll help you. We'll do it together. And I will spend, I have no life. You guys are my life. Praise loving God and my friends are my life. I'm waiting on my disability to be approved. I have nothing but time. I don't go out places and do things or anything else. I edit my videos. I make my videos. I do the voices. I go live. Take my wife back and forth to work. Do a little bit of things at the house. I don't do much. So normally, if you need somebody to talk to, especially over on Messenger, because I have most everything muted except for Messenger, because I have not as much as I used to have, but my phone will go off 30 or 40 times in an hour. So I have it set to on Messenger on a certain thing to where when that rings, I always answer it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I will answer it. So I want you to be able to know that once you get over on Messenger, we get connected. You have that if you need to use that, don't hesitate to call me if you need somebody to talk to, no matter what's going on. Even if you're just going, man, I'm just bored and need somebody to make me laugh.
Yeah.
I you laugh because I like making people laugh, so I'll be there for you. Okay?
That's exactly what Cassie and Kurt told me, because Cassie gave me both her numbers and everything. Kurt, I'm not sure if he gave me his number yet, but Cassie gave me both her numbers and told me, it just whenever. I mean, if you're feeling down, if you have somebody to talk to, you want somebody to talk to, I mean, just give her a call, man. I'm still working off my phone that has no service. I mean, I can use Wi-Fi and everything, but I have no mobile service, so. I mean, I can't call anyone right now, so.
Messenger is the best way to do it. I got you. Well, you can ask Mickey, you can ask Jen, you can ask Cassie and Kurt. There's never been a time where any of them have called me and I didn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what time of day it was. So, sometimes just knowing that you have it. And, I know we all have this thing where people tell us that and we're like, but I don't want to bug them, because I feel that way. I'm like, I don't want to call them and bug them. What if they do? What if they're doing something? Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Don't have to worry about that. Don't think you're going to annoy me. Don't think that, because ask Cassie, Kurt, Jen, or Mikey. They'll tell you. They haven't. I think some of them have tried to see if they could push me away, and they haven't been able to yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend that lives in Ohio that, oh my gosh, every time she calls, I know that I'm going to be on the phone for at least an hour. I know I am, because she's got a lot of stuff she needs to talk about. And there had been times in the past where I was like, do I really want to answer this? But I do every time, because I think to myself, what if it was me? What about those times in my life where I needed somebody and I couldn't get a hold of anybody? How did that make me feel? When I felt like I felt small. I felt like nobody really, they say they care, and that's what the devil does to us. We reach out to people we think care, and then nobody answers for whatever reason. And we're thinking, I thought these people cared. They said call them anytime. And then we start thinking, and the devil just plays on that on his heart. Study the word. Give God his time. Understand that. Like I tell people, the 10 Commandments are the moral law. We've all broken those laws. Do you understand do you understand what I mean when I'm talking about the 10 Commandments and the moral law?
Yes, we do.
I'm going to run through it with you just because I know you got it, but I want you to understand it, and it just appease me, if you will, or whatever you want to call it. Can't think of the word. All right. Do you think we went into that could go, and I ain't going to go to that part. So just go over just a few. I'm going to put you up to the test of the 10 Commandments, okay? Just follow through with me on this. I promise you it'll be worth it. Have you ever told a lie before in your life?
Yes.
What do we call somebody who lies?
A liar.
Okay. Have you ever stolen anything in your life, no matter what the value?
Yes, I have.
What do we call somebody who steals?
A thief.
Right. Have you ever, the Bible says that if you even look at another person with lust in your heart and your eyes, that you've committed adultery. Have you ever looked at somebody with lust?
I have, yes.
What do you call somebody who looks at somebody with lust? An adulterer.
Yeah, adulterer, yeah.
Right. Have you ever used God's name in vain?
My life, yes.
Even saying OMG is using God's name in vain. So just by that right there, if you get stood at the gates of heaven by those commandments, would you be innocent or guilty?
I'd be guilty.
Do you understand what God has done for us so that way we can be washed away from that guilt?
Yes.
What did he do? What did he do?
Died on the cross for our sins.
He didn't just die on the cross for our sins. And that's where a lot of people get. I feel like a lot of people say, well, he died on the cross for our sins, because it seems like something we all say, just like the OMG things, it's like that. You hear people saying that, and so it just becomes a rhetoric, if you whatever we say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really look into what that actually means of him dying on the cross for our sins, because he didn't just die on the cross. You look at the last 14 hours in the garden, he prayed, let there be some other way. Let this cup pass me. He knew everything that was going to happen to him. He knew that the people were going to spit and call him names. They were going to betray him. The Judas was going to do what he did. He knew that the skin would be ripped from his back. He knew the beard would be plucked. He knew that the crown would be put there. He knew that when he got put on the cross, that the cross wouldn't fit him. What I mean by that is, back in those days, the crosses were custom made to the person being crucified. Well, Jesus didn't have a customized cross. He was crucified on the guy Barbarus, or whatever his name was, his cross. And Barbarus was a much bigger dude. And so because of that, they had to dislocate one of Jesus's arms just to fit him on the cross.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing all that, he still went up there. What's going on, Dark Phoenix? He still went up in there and he prayed, let there be some other way. And he sweat drops of blood, but then he decided, let it be your will. Let it be mine. And he knew that in order for us to be able to have that better place, that amazing place for us, in order for us to even have a chance, because none of us are worthy, none of us are even come close to what we should, God gave us grace. He gave us his son to die on the cross, and not just die on the cross, but he also showed us how to live. He taught us how to treat each other. Jesus himself was ridiculed, was hated by so many people, and he cried, and he was tempted just like the rest of us were. So we follow his life, we can learn how to live, and then we can see what he did for us. And just by believing in that, then comes the work, because believing is enough. That gets you into heaven. But because you believe enough, the works come in. Because when someone does something, you want to show your appreciation. You want to show your love. And so you try to live way he did this so we can live a good life. He says, this is what you got to do if you want to hear. If you want to get there, this is what you got to do. Right?
Right.
God loves us so much. So he gave us grace. And that's because none of us are worthy. None of us are good. He did that for us because he loves us. And if you can grasp that and you can study that word, and study that and spend that time with him and be thankful. Every day, wake up and just start naming things you're thankful for. When you start feeling down, say, you know what, I'm thankful I have this. It could be worse. I'm thankful that I have Dark Phoenix in my life. This is what things I say. I think I will have Dark Phoenix in my life that loves and cares for me and gives me a chance. I'm thankful I have Jen. I'm thankful I have Kurt. I'm thankful I have Cassie. I'm thankful I have John. And you just start naming them. That voice says, you know what? I'm done. I can't do it no more. You got too much to be thankful for. And every day you do that, and just add to it. The more and more you do that, I guarantee you that you will feel a change in your life and you'll feel happier. Give it a chance. What's going on, Dark Phoenix? How you tonight?
A little bit under the weather, but I'm okay.
A little bit under the weather. You
Yeah,
get sick a lot.
where my head, well, where I had surgery in my preteens, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow because it's pulling on the scar area in the back, and it's making me have really bad migraines. That's why I barely been on doing anything. Heck, before I even cuss, I gotta remember where I'm at.
I love you.
Then I've been just having family drama with my sister, and y'all know how that's turning out. She's blaming me for every dang thing.
Sisters. Glad I don't have to live with them no more.
Well, she doesn't like it
Yeah,
because
I
I
got
was
one of them.
posting some religious stuff on my phone, and she's just angry with that. And I barely post anything about
Oh,
Jesus or anything. I just do.
this is an ongoing thing you've been telling me about, right?
Yeah, my biological sister who lives in Indiana.
I told you what that was. That was because, and I really believe this. I believe because you are trying to get closer to God. God's going to push harder. Not God, but the devil is going to push harder at you and tempt you even more. And you know that already. That's what I love about you is you're aware enough to understand that. Sometimes you just have to be reminded, but you're aware enough to understand that. And that's what I really love about you.
Exactly. And I've been getting, as you know, a lot of negative comments again. And I'm gonna be as polite as I can. They're Christians, but they're weaponizing him and weaponizing the Bible, and I haven't been paying attention to that. I've been blocking and removing because the Jesus I know flipped tables in temples.
Right.
That's the Jesus I know. That's the God I know. And I'm like, look, I don't have to be baptized. I don't have to be anything to know that God loves me and this, that, and the other. Yes, I'm a pagan. Yes, I have faith in God. Yes, I believe in God. But will I walk the Christian path? No, because I do not trust it.
What do you not trust about it?
Well, let's say I make friends with a whole bunch of Christians, you included, because I've known you for a while, I've known Jen for a while, and I've known my other friend Courtney for a while. But I can trust it walking with you guys, but I can't trust it walking with others because they're
You feel like they're telling you you're not good enough, that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. They're just constantly judging you, right?
exactly.
I get that. You know, and I felt the same way. You know, I actually have been feeling that way here lately, actually thinking the devil's been in my head telling me, you know, you're not good enough. If you were good enough, you wouldn't have been told not to go back to that church. If you were good enough, the group wouldn't have fallen apart. If you were good, you know, it just keeps on going, things like this. And I feel like I'm judging myself enough. I don't need other people like judging from anything else. And then I started realizing if that was true, I wouldn't have Dark Phoenix in my life. I wouldn't have John in my life. I wouldn't have Jen in my life. I wouldn't have, and I just can go on and I'm going, that's enough right there. If I was not good enough, if I was not lovable, whatever else, you guys wouldn't be hanging around me and coming to my live and checking me out. So there's something there that the devil's lying to me about. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I told you before, as long as you let them keep your mind and that thing going, I'm not walking the Christian path because these people are doing what they're doing. Don't do it for them. Do it because you know it's right. Do it for God and for the sacrifice that Jesus made on the cross for us. That's what you do it for. But do it on your time, on your will, and the way you need to. But the only way you know how to do that is by having that relationship with God.
Yep.
And so I think you know, especially from the time I first met you to now, you know, you got it. You're going to get there. And I'm so excited to just be your friend and be able to witness it as you go through this. I know sometimes they're hard, you know, but in those hard times, I'm still your friend and I'll still be here.
Ouch. Oh, I know. Ow, that hurt. Yeah, I scratched inside my ear too hard.
That hurt, I bet.
And believe me, I get it, because I'm not a typical person who goes, well, I'm a pagan, but I know of God. I have faith in him, but I'm not like the typical pagan who goes, okay, I'm getting tired of this. Would you like to hear about Odin? Would you like to hear about the sagas and this, that, and the other? Because I can easily flip it the way that they're doing it to me, but I won't, because I know they're trying, but they're doing it the wrong way.
You know, I put a lot of my lives, and not all of them is public for everybody, but I have a lot of my lives that I put over on YouTube, and I've talked to a lot of different people. But my favorite videos, clips, or whatever to watch are the ones between me and you, because you inspire me. Because I know what you're trying to do. I know what you have going on in your life, and the fact that you're right there trying to do this, but also trying to. I see your struggle. And I'm so glad that you keep coming over here and talking with me, because every time you do, it gives me hope and let me know that you got such a strong, smart head on your shoulders. And I may not always like them and stuff, but I watch your videos. Some I seen that one you did today where you did what was it? What do they call it? A stitch with that. I don't remember what the woman was saying now. But you got a stitch with her about something.
She said something about the Winter Olympics being demonic because of the orb thing that is not a 5-star pentagram. I have a 5-star pentagram. I am not afraid to admit it. I do not use it for satanic rituals. I do not use it for anything. I use it for protection, because that's the only thing that I liked. Yes, there were pictures of Jesus, but not the way I pictured him. And I didn't get something of Jesus, but next month or the following month, when I pay all my bills, I already asked my daughter what she wanted. She wants a St. Michael's pendant and a cross, and I told her that I would get one for myself and everything else along with her. And she goes, but Mama won't, because she knows I'm pagan. She goes, but Mama, won't the gods get mad at you? I said, no, because I'm incorporating them on the Christian path. I'm walking my own path. I've made it clear that yes, I work with gods. Yes, I work with God sometimes. If the gods can't handle a situation, I give it over to God. I'm incorporating him in my practices. I'm known as a Christo-pagan, and if anybody don't like it, it's not my problem. It's their problem, and they can just kick rocks and walk out the door.
While I'm thinking about it, I don't remember if I told you that Michelle had started a shirt site for the Biblical Bopper, the Bopper's Crew. What we're doing, which was going to be a surprise or whatever, but what we're doing is every member that I consider a member of the Bopper's Crew, and we're gonna there's gonna be a shirt on our site that's gonna say Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yes.
Want to let you know that might be a couple of them.
Oh, Bopper. Actually, the name currently on my TikTok right now is the name that I'm going to be sticking with. So
Okay.
just because I heard you say last night about something about names and everything, so that's going to be my name on TikTok now. So
Okay.
Miss
All right. I'll make sure
Pink.
and incorporate into the pictures.
okay.
I will send you a follow. How do I do that? Shit. That's not. Dang it! I did not mean to have that.
If you go up on here, this picture here,
There we go.
it should be a plus sign at the end of his name.
Yeah, there's a plus sign. I can follow you too there. But
He's just looking for a little fat.
But no, I can already probably tell that everything's gonna be okay with me, Bopper, and I just gotta believe in myself and just believe in I can get my son back and everything. Hey, Mickey.
What's going on, Mickey? Yeah, man. You just gotta have faith, and you gotta believe, man. You have to believe in yourself, and even those times, because that devil's gonna work at you, man. He's gonna make you disbelieve yourself, doubt yourself. He's gonna make you think all kinds of different things, because the devil's a liar, man. He's a big liar. And matter of fact, me and Dark Phoenix was talking a while back about that, about how the devil, how God uses us to do things for him, right? He uses us to help reach other people or whatever. Well, the devil's going to do the same thing. But at first, he's going to bring you down by telling you all kinds of things to get you to turn from God, to get you to turn from the people who are supporting and encouraging you. Because the devil wants you to be around people who think like he does, in a sense. Not that sounded worse because I don't want to say, but he wants you to be around people who don't have your best interest at heart. The only reason they want you around is because they feel good with you around or whatever else. It's easy to stay into those relationships sometimes because it feels good, it feels great and everything. But you just really got to look at it and decide if that's really going to be what you want. If that's really making it, is your life improving by having this stuff going on in your life? You know what I mean? Is this something that you would want your son to be part of? For me, in my marriage, I know I kind of went off of left field and forgot what I was talking about and went on to something else. But in my marriage, I think about this, and this could be, you can use this with your son if you want to. If I go out somewhere and I do something, or I'm watching something or whatever, I think, you know what, Michelle would probably like to watch this too. All right, well, I'll wait and watch it. But if I have to ask myself, would Michelle like it that I'm doing this? Would Michelle be happy that I'm doing this? Would my mom be happy with me doing this? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think about those things because we will justify it. But then I also start going, how would I feel if Michelle was doing that, my wife? How would I feel if she was doing that? When we're able to do it like that, sometimes you can go, okay, if I'm even having to start asking myself, I probably shouldn't be doing whatever we're talking about.
Right.
So
right.
if that helps you too, use that, What's going on, Mr. Andrew Livens? How are you today?
Doing okay?
Here, man, I hear you what. I was gonna go watch that Turning Point USA thing for the halftime. It's all about another side of that too. I didn't really care about football. And I don't even care about Barry Bunny, so I thought I'd go watch that too.
Yeah.
You're looking tired there, Mickey.
Well, I just got off work, so yeah, I'm gonna look tired. It's late, I'm old, and I just got off work. What's that?
You hear your ears burning earlier? Were your ears burning earlier?
No, my ears weren't burning.
I was talking about you.
Really?
Yeah, all bad stuff. I mean, all good stuff. I promise. No, Tracy was in the earlier. I was talking with her.
I get a feeling I'm going to be yelled at by Kurt and Cassie here.
Man, are they even alive still?
I have no
I
idea.
think they are. I think they are.
Because they
See, I
have.
have almost 3 hours ago to be able to give somebody a chance, and they came through, but they never said anything.
Huh, yeah, because they don't know I'm talking with you, Bopper, so.
That's right, we are secret. I was kidding.
Hey, Johnny, I don't think they're gonna mind. You know, Bopper's a cool guy. They know he's a good person to talk to.
Right.
Yeah,
Wait, what was
because
that?
yeah.
Bopper.
Robert, she was. What do you say, Dark Phoenix?
Bopper's the type that he will agree but disagree on good on terms that I may not understand, and I may go, well, I don't really like that. And he's like, well, what is it that you don't like about it? And if I have something that I don't like, or if I interpret it in my own way, he lets me interpret it in my own way. He doesn't go, oh, well, no, you're completely wrong. You have to do this. It's according to the Bible, and this, that, and the other. He doesn't do that kind of stuff. And
No, he doesn't.
that's what people need to understand. Everybody interprets things their own way. And people don't like other people's opinions or interpretations, because I've been in plenty of Christian lives where it was debate after debate, and it's like, what are y'all even debating about? If y'all can't come to a middle ground, what are y'all debating about?
You know, it's interesting you say that, because I had somebody. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? I had somebody message me yesterday, a fellow Christian, and they had come through another friend of mine's live. I shared it out to whatever. And this friend that I shared their live out, I wouldn't consider, you wouldn't call them a Christian right off the bat. You know what I mean? They were definitely somebody who had a loose tongue. And so this person messaged me like, why would you message me with this here or share this to me? Did you listen to this? It's just horrible. And I'm like, listen, you need to understand. If you become a Christian and you think the only people you need to be around are Christians, perfect. You're not doing that. That's not where God would be. That's not where Jesus would be. Jesus would be around the people who need his guidance and everything. And so I don't go on the screen and debate the Bible or anything else. We can talk about it and discuss it, but I talk more about the fact that yes, we need that gift that God has given us, and that we all have these depression problems. We all have these anxiety problems. And once we can learn how to figure out how to deal with that and understand that we love each other and that God loves us, all right, not a problem. Then we can learn to handle it. But you got to have a support group. God didn't want us, any of us, to go through this life alone. Support groups that we have, but you know, God had a group of people, and I have to do on that. There's a group of people in the Bible that decided to take all of their possessions and everything, combine it together, sell it. I don't think they sold it. They combined it all together and then split it amongst each other according to each person's needs. I mean, that's what we need to do. We can't do it alone. We need to help each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Lately, I don't know how I keep getting on the wrong side of TikTok. I bet I do. I got stuck 3 weeks in mega churches, TikTok, and whatnot. And I'm sitting there, and some dude said, I suffer from bipolar depression, which I have bipolar depression. And they go, well, we got to exercise that demon out of you. We got to do this. And I'm thinking, these people are absolutely crazy, because that is no demon. That is no nothing. it's just a
You know,
chemical imbalance in your system, and it's nothing to
going
do
back,
with demons or anything.
right? Going back to what you were talking about before, and even today, about how people think that once you're a Christian, you have to be perfect and everything else. Look at the people God used. Moses. Let's look at Moses. Moses murdered a man. Now God forgive him for that, but also Moses stuttered. Now, of course, God can wipe that stutter off with anything else, but he didn't. He still used Moses with his stutter and his brother Aaron to help him out. So we may have these problems and issues where we have these anxieties or whatever else, but God can still use us if we give him our time.
And God can use someone like me to get his message through. And I'm a freaking pagan. Mickey's a pagan. Giggles might be a Satanist, and still God uses people unexpectedly to get his message across the way it's supposed to be.
Broke my brain part.
Well, that's what I had yesterday in my life, because I was helping out a friend in my life last night. My mind went completely blank. I'm like, that thingamabob goes into that whatchamajigget. That whatchamajigget is connected to my thingamabob. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
See, my whole thing was, like I was saying earlier, there are so many people on this app even, that when you go through their lives, yeah, they're talking about God, but they're debating. There's other Christians debating other Christians about God, or there's somebody on there just they don't care. They just want to see what you'll say or whatever. There's a lot of discussion about it, but not enough discussion about what we really should be talking about. Instead, I would rather be on my live and have people come through that say, "Hey, Bopper, can you help me with the problem I got, man? You know, I'm going through something." And talk with you guys and tell you my thoughts, my feelings and experiences I've gone through life. That will help you rather be out there debating whether or not Moses' staff was 5 foot or 6 foot tall. Know what I mean?
true.
And it's good to learn that stuff. I'm not saying it's not good to learn that stuff. I mean, some of my favorites that if you guys haven't looked at it, you ought to check it out. John, you really ought to check it out. You'd like it. Lee Strobel. Lee Strobel was an atheist who just decided he wanted to disprove the Bible, and ended up proving the Word of God was accurate and real.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hang on. I got a freaking Snapchat from Cassie real quick. Hang on.
Oh, Mickey,
I've been live for a while, so if you want to come over there for a bit, I can.
Oh, Mickey, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are your rune books on Amazon now?
They've always exclusively been on Amazon.
How much are they selling for?
The Kindle copies are $7.50 each. Paperbacks are $12 each, and hardcovers are $20 each.
Oh, I can get them on Kindle. Okay, I got a Kindle. Okay.
Hey,
That's a pretty good price for those.
The reason why I asked is because I'm wanting to research some of the runes. I'm not a rune reader by any means, so I won't be doing it for that. I'll be doing it because of dreams I've been having, and certain runes have been popping up, and I need to know what they mean. So.
Okay.
And it's called Mickey's Runes.
Oh, no. My books are a fantasy superhero novella series called The Runic Warriors.
Okay, I will definitely be looking that up.
My pen name is Mickey Wren. So.
Okay, so the Runic.
Cassie's upset.
Oh, what?
Cassie's upset that I didn't join her music live. I don't know what to do.
I'm not sure she's not like really.
She's upset because the snap said that thanks for your support. I'm upset with everybody in the crew besides Tracy.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know
I
they were
work and I
live. I
don't
thought
join lives while I'm working. So
I'm just I feel like a terrible friend right now because I had to get stuff off my chest.
No, don't
No,
say
it's
that.
okay. He'll understand. He'll understand that.
You know,
I'm sure what you tell her, hey, Dr. Bopper, or we need to hear some things, whatever you need to tell her, I'm sure she'd understand.
I don't think so. Hang on, I'm gonna see what she just sent me because she sent me 2 messages.
When I do feel bad, I mean, I can't feel like talking like I always do.
Jocelyn's over here.
I don't know this woman,
Hey, Jocelyn.
but if it's hurting him that bad, I would say, hey, look, I needed to talk something over with Bopper. I needed Bopper at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm Mr. Light, but if you don't like it, you know, there's other friends that you can have. If you want to drop me,
Yeah,
drop
I'm
me.
sure.
I don't care.
No, I'm sure Cassie will understand. Cassie understands.
I feel really bad for not once have I missed her live music sessions, and I had to physically get stuff off my chest about my ex and my
Hey,
son.
Mickey.
Hey, Jocelyn.
It's about Miss Tracy.
Uh-oh.
What about her?
She just fell.
Uh-oh.
We added her and me and my other half in a group call. Well, not a group call, but on a group thing on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, sorry. My other half says wait. She's got to join.
Stop.
Okay.
Medicine station. Watch for gap when exiting.
Hey, Shivani.
So Mama Tracy, she texted us and she had fell and hit her chest plate, her heart,
Ooh.
and she fell.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I asked her if she wanted me to tell you, and she told me no in the beginning. She didn't want to worry you, but she just texted me and my other half to tell you.
Okay.
So we wanted to let you know that what she said.
She's got it.
Okay.
She said her chest where she hit it was like
Right.
bruised and swollen, and her son's gonna put ice on it. She doesn't know if she's need to go to the hospital yet.
Okay.
She does have a headache, so she's keeping us updated.
Okay.
So we just wanted to tell you. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. That's what families do.
Yeah.
So
I'll be sure to be thinking about her, praying about her.
Yeah.
we don't know if she's gonna be in live tonight or not. I don't know.
But we'll Mickey will add you to that group chat that we made for us in.
Yeah, we'll add you.
Okay.
I already feel bad enough.
Well, it's.
So is she going to?
Huh?
Street station. This is a wheelchair accessible
What'd you say, Papa?
station. For sections to
Was she going to the hospital?
Market Franklin
Not that we know of. She says she doesn't know yet.
Is she going to the hospital?
Okay.
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Yeah, she tells us she'll let us know if she answers or not.
Yeah.
We already feel bad because I couldn't join Cassie's radio live because the reason why I left your live earlier wasn't because of you. It's because I started shaking really bad and I had to get off because my hands started shaking. So, and then I already feel bad because I missed Cassie's live and everything, and I feel like they're gonna be mad at us in my other half because we were on the phone. But I told them I needed to focus on my health right now.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
No, but
the only reason,
Super
I
Bowl
wasn't
and all
there is
that,
because
everything,
I don't
I
go
didn't
on
know
live at all
you were gonna go live.
while I'm at work.
yeah.
I mean, like you might be able to tell, I'm on the train coming home right now. So,
Yeah, so me and my other
Yeah,
half
I'd
are
have been
gonna,
over there. I didn't realize they were live.
yeah, me and my other half will add you into that group text that we have on TikTok. Okay, Mickey?
okay. All right.
All right.
I just feel like a really bad friend. Oh, she just shared the live.
Now you stop that. You're not. You stop that. You stop that. Because I'm gonna tell. I tell everybody that is feeling down on themselves for being a bad friend. Stop that. Because I have a friend who feels down on himself.
You gotta look at it like this. Look at her, Cassie. Look at it, Cassie's side. She's not meaning to be mad. And it's not you. She went live tonight and expected there to be more people show up in her live. And I'm sure, I think it's because the day being with the Super Bowl and stuff, people didn't think about that anybody was really going to go live. I didn't think anybody would be coming to my live at all. But so a lot of people not going up to. I can see where that would bother her. And so I'm sure you're not the only person she messaged, you know. And I feel sorry for it. I wish I didn't know they were live. I'd gone over there and sat in live for a little while. I didn't know they were live.
Like when I go live, I don't expect Bopper to join mine. I don't expect Mickey to join mine. I'm never angry because I have other.
But I have been there for her since we reconnected. I've never missed one of her lives ever.
Like I said, she's upset because nobody. It sounds like nobody hardly showed up at all. So I'm sure that bothers you, especially when you're trying to do something she's doing. And so I'm sure she's not really mad at you. She's just nobody showed up. But once you talk to her and let her know, hey, like you said, you had some things on your chest, and you just needed to talk, whatever else, you'll understand totally. Cassie's got a loving heart. She would rather you be over here doing that and dealing with that issue than being there. Once you let her know that, she'll say, no problem, I got you. Cassie loves you, man. I don't think you got to worry about it. Don't get. It's awesome and nice and sweet that you're getting all messed up about it, but Cassie's not going to hold it against you.
No, I don't believe she is.
And I really appreciate and I really appreciate your words, Bopper. I really do. And honestly, I need to really add you on Messenger. So.
Yes. Most definitely. I'll be at all day, but I got the morning tomorrow to myself. I can go live and make voices or whatever else I want to do tomorrow. I think I'm going to make some video voices tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to miss that in the morning for the hair appointment, and I gotta do food shopping, and I have no idea what time I'm gonna be home.
Well, there'll probably be videos. I may not go. I don't know if I'll do a comedy live, but I'll probably definitely make some videos with the characters. Hey.
That was probably toward me. Whoever she is, I'm sorry. I'm just not myself lately. So, yeah, I try to defend people. So I am sorry that I don't know her, and I'm sorry.
But Thank you again, Bopper. I'm gonna head on over to Cassie's live.
Okay, not a problem. I'm just gonna have to get off here anyway. She's about to come outside, so I appreciate you guys hanging. I'm glad I was able to help you, John. And like I said, you just let Cassie know that. I'm sure
Oh yeah,
Cassie will understand. You know
Yeah.
what? You know,
yeah.
she will. She's an awesome person. She is. And
All
if she
right.
doesn't, you know, blame it all on me, and I'll take the blame. All right,
All right, Bopper. We'll
you
talk
got
to you later.
it. You guys will holler later, man. All right,
Yep. Thanks again, bud.
no problem. I don't know why it takes forever for me to get my lock off. Well, I'm sorry. Give me a call. Let's talk. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Yeah, call me. Let me know what's going on. What happened to this? What's my screen doing? What the heck is tailgate pairings? What? Yeah, give me a call. If you're still there, give me a call. I'm in the live now. Just give me a call. If I can ever get this thing to come up where I can end the live. Oh, there it goes. It's finally coming up now.